5 seconds.
All right, y'all.
Here we go, yo. Sneezies. Yeah. Thank you.
We're here.
Baby.
What is up, friends and family?
Hello, friends and family. Welcome to Black Market Live.
Yes, welcome. Yeah.
This is the reggae show. This is the music show. This is the live show of the Black Market Dub family. We make a whole lot of reggae, but on this show we talk about more than that, a little bit more than that. Sometimes a lot more than that. Sometimes we hardly talk about reggae at all. But
Yeah.
that's kind of the the loose nucleus of the show, but also music production in general.
Yes. Yeah.
So here we are. I am Wise Owl, Brandon Nisnik, here in my lovely studio, Adult Tree House in Los Angeles, California. And this is my homie, Black Market himself.
What up?
Nate Bridges, in his beautiful, even more lovely studio, High Noon Audio in Nashville,
you.
Tennessee,
Thank you.
USA.
Thank you. Thanks,
And,
Brandon.
yeah. So what are we doing today, Natey?
So today, as the title of the stream suggests, we're doing some adventures in Redditing.
What, by the way, the hell does that mean?
So, in addition to normally streaming this show to YouTube and Twitch and Bandcamp and all the places we normally go, we're also going to, we're also live streaming on Reddit right now. So, what's up,
Hi, Reddit.
Reddit folks? Hopefully
Nice.
you're cool with us invading your subreddit right now. And also, today at the end of the show, Brandon, some of you have probably noticed I've done a couple like live sets on Reddit. And what we want to do is get Brandon set up to be able to do the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to record some backing tracks for Brandon to do exactly that. So tell him like roughly like your idea of of how you're gonna approach like doing a live Reddit set.
Yes. Kyle B says, yo, yo, yo.
Oh,
and
Kyle
we
B,
say,
what up?
yo, yo, yo.
Yes.
Excuse me. So, you have, like you said, you've already started doing live performances on Reddit. For anybody who doesn't know, there are subreddits that are dedicated specifically to streaming right there on Reddit, and there's different ones that have like different focuses on different kinds of streaming content.
Yeah.
But some of the cooler ones, some of our favorite ones, are where people perform music live. You know?
Right. Yeah.
However, there is a you know more about this than me, but you were telling me about it. There's a delineation between whether you're performing music or if you're DJing, right?
Right, which I kind of learned the hard way, and we may learn the hard way on this subreddit we're on today.
We're on right now.
Yeah, that we're on right now. Somebody could just be like, yeah, no, this is not where you're supposed to be.
Doesn't fit
get
the
out,
guidelines.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, which if that's the case, someone please go ahead and let us know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case. But yeah,
Okay.
so like I tried doing a Reddit. Basically, what I do is not really like a DJ set per se.
Not at all.
Not at all. But according to the overlords who moderate that kind of, make those kind of decisions, it is. So I've kind of respected that. So I was initially trying to perform dub sets in like the big, oh man, what's it called?
Is it Reddit Sessions?
Reddit Sessions, exactly. Yeah. So I was trying to perform in there because that place has probably 10 times as many subscribers as like the next as the one I'm in now, which is Reddit Sets.
So Reddit Sessions is meant for people who are
like
playing music on the stream.
Yeah, playing an instrument while they perform or something like that.
And Reddit Sets is
for
what?
DJs, so like pre-recorded stuff and like more like DJ sets, which like, you know, to the layman, I totally get that, like, you know, if you look at what I do in a vacuum just on the surface, yes, that's basically what it looks like I'm doing. So whatever, it is what it is, and it's fine because there's a couple people over on Reddit Sets now that have come back and seen me perform multiple times now, and I did a short set there yesterday actually that was really cool. Turned out really good. So what we're trying to do is get Brandon set up to play on Reddit Sessions, because in addition to being a producer and dub engineer like me, Brandon also can perform, which is something I don't really do. He actually will sing and perform and play guitar and all that kind of stuff. He's like a real musician, which is really cool. It's, you know, it's really it's very nifty is what I would the way I would describe it.
So, yeah, I mean, so what you're doing on there is playback of individual tracks from your tape machine, right? You dub from your, or no, you dub from
no.
your
I record to tape, so everything's just straight from my computer. But I'm doing it on my console, which is.
So you're doing live dub reggae mixes on the console, and you can see his hands flying and moving and dubbing, which, that exists in, at least as far as wider society is concerned, right in the middle of, is it DJ or is it a live performance?
Apparently, there's a discussion to be had about what that even is. So,
but I feel very, very confident, and I'm sure the rest of dub reggae fans around the world will agree that what you're doing is firmly within the bounds of your performing music. You're watching somebody play a song right now.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But yeah, like you said, there's no accordion in your hands. You're not singing. You're turning knobs, and so therefore you must be DJing.
Yeah, exactly.
So they put you on the DJ one.
Yeah.
So what my plan is to perform much in the same way as you, with backing tracks, doing live dubs of it, but I will be wearing and playing a guitar, and I'll also be singing.
Which is awesome.
Live on these songs.
Which is really awesome, because it's going to open you up to that larger subreddit, because you'll actually be performing with a guitar and singing songs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And I think, like, the goal, you know, for everybody watching who's, like, watched our show regularly, like, the goal for this is basically for us to have, we want to start putting out, like, pre-recorded videos on the YouTube channel that have kind of more, they're more edited and aren't, like, off the cuff like what we normally do. In addition to doing this regular live stream show every week, and every week Brandon and I do multiple, like, live sets on Reddit. So pretty much, like, any day of the week, you'll either be able to catch us live or listen to us do shoot the shit on this show, or we'll have some kind of video we'll be putting out. So I think it's really cool, and it's going to stretch us pretty thin, but really it's just a lot of work to get done in prep. And once we're prepped, once you have all your backing tracks and I've finished kind of uploading all my dub records, it's going to it's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to getting you all set up and ready doing this.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do later today on this stream is I'll start the process of recording those backing tracks.
Yes.
That I'll be using.
Super fun.
Yeah. Sidewalk Andy. Goddamn Sidewalk Andy says, "Oh, great. Brandon is going to release the Alicia Keys live on Reddit. What a great idea." dot 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 dot.
Wow, Andy.
Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot.
Yeah, and then he says something in
dot.
Morse code right after he shits on you.
Yeah. Probably some kind of
and
apology, I'm sure.
And Kyle says, Nate, in the DJ world, doing a live set is basically using anything other than CDJs or turntables. Yeah.
Anything other than CDJs.
Yeah, it's interesting, Kyle. If you try and do any kind of live dub set on Reddit, and you'll see the problems I ran into. But even with that, honestly, Reddit sets is fucking awesome. So I'm really stoked to be able to perform there, and wherever I can do it, where I'm it's not a headache and I'm not getting hassled about it or whatever. It's like, who cares, yeah. So yeah, that should be really fun. And then speaking of Kyle, later on in the show today, when we do our regular music submissions, like viewer music submissions, we're going to do kind of like a little extended feature of our buddy Kyle B and his new 8-bit reggae project that I've really been wanting to play on the show and feature and showcase for quite a while now. He basically is like, he's like recorded these like super cool like reggae rhythms and converted them or maybe composed them initially in 8-bit. So it sounds like video game music or like Sonic the Hedgehog or some kind of Super Nintendo thing.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I'm really excited about it. And the other artist we're going to feature probably first before we get to Kyle is I believe it's pronounced Jjxxnn, but it's Jjxxnn is his artist name. And a week ago, I like every couple months now I have to post on Reddit and just kind of solicit artists to submit music to our regular for our regular viewer music submitted segment. And I posted in the Making Vaporwave subreddit, which is a subreddit just all about people like comparing and sharing knowledge and techniques on how to compose vaporwave music, like how to sample, how to like what synths to use, all kinds of good stuff like that. So it's like a really cool little like producer collective in that subreddit, and I've been sub to it for a really long time because I've always kind of aspired to make vaporwave myself, and I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
I'm like a huge vaporwave fan, huge like Outrun vaporwave, any kind of thing like that. I made like an Outrun record a long time ago now, which I'm really proud of. I really like how it turned out.
Yeah, that's the what is it called? You did it under
Tanks
under
Arcade.
the name of it. Tanks Arcade. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Tanks
that's what it's
Arcade.
called. I didn't know it's called Outrun. I'm out of the loop on what that's called.
Yeah, Outrun's kind of the more like aggressive style, and it's kind of more immediately like 80s sounding, I think. Whereas Vaporwave is kind of more nebulous, and it's a little more stony and spacey, and it's more sample heavy. They like pitch down samples really low and then like compose beats around that. It's really, really cool. It's one of those things that was really popular like 10 years ago, and now it's like it's like just it's gotten really like hardcore. Like the people that still do it are like really into it. And
yeah, it reminds me of like a metal scene.
Yeah,
kind of.
it's like and the reason I love it so much is because it's like, I'm probably totally wrong, but from my estimation, it's like the first like completely internet-based music scene, like, or sound that like literally wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the internet. So it's cool. But
You're cool. What do you think about that? Oh, I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I got you.
Oh, there we go. Now you're back.
Okay.
Was I gone too?
No, that was just me.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, it looked like you were saying something pretty cool.
Oh, there's some kind of weird echo on the Reddit side on my vocals, so I'll try and fix that. But thank you for letting me know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, bless those tech helpers out there in Streamland. You guys are really amazing. The OG one for us, Groove Stranger.
Yeah.
Still the
Yep.
Bandcamp chat captain and others. Sidewalk Andy was in there helping us be aware that our private conversation was going out live on the internet earlier today.
Which seems to happen like every week at some point now.
Yeah.
But
you never know who's listening, people.
Yeah, you never know.
Especially when you do something like this where you make everybody you make it public on purpose.
Right.
Even then, sometimes it's public on accident.
Right. Yeah, so on the Reddit side, if anybody watching, bear with us. This is our first time doing it on Reddit, so there may be some weird technical hiccups that we'll work through as we go. But appreciate you guys letting me know that.
Yes.
Well, what else is new, Brandon? I wanted to promote this last week, but it's Clue. Brandon is featuring a Clue right now. I wanted to.
Oh, you mean this thing that I'm drinking out of?
Yeah, I love that you fucking got this made. By the way, it's like makes me so happy. Yeah, so Brandon launched his own merch store.
Yes,
which is fucking awesome.
Wise Owl merch now exists, so check it out. The first thing that I'm wait no first let's just start with the basics.
Yeah.
So there's Wise Owl t-shirts now exist.
Mm-hmm. Wise Owl hoodie, crucial.
Wise Owl. Well, no, I'm just wearing another thing. This is.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah. This is the t-shirt. I'm wearing another thing, but there are Wise Owl hoodies.
Yeah.
Shirts in many colors, many cuts, many styles. There's various tank tops, masculine and feminine styles of t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, many colors. There's even different designs. You know, this is like the main one, the logo and the name.
Nice.
So that people can say, "Wow, that's a dope shirt. What is Wise Owl?" And then there's a couple other designs on there that I made. There's mugs. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see, Nate, if I send you this link, can you drop it in the chat?
Yeah.
So yeah. I haven't yet like promoted it and put it everywhere live yet. So right now this is the first time that that we are telling anybody about it. It's just for you fam right here on the stream. The first ones to know. But part of the reason is because I just got my like sample things in, because I got like a shirt of it and one of the mugs sent to myself from this new service that I set up the store on, just because I wanted to make sure that it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't crappy before telling anybody about it. And I got this mug and I'm so excited about it that I just couldn't hold it in.
It's so good.
I couldn't keep from promoting it. So check it out. So this mug is available for purchase on the store, and this is just for Black Market Live fans.
Yeah.
Wait, can you get the big?
Yeah, I'll go to Brandon via.
What do they call that at the stadium? The Jumbotron. I need the Jumbotron for a second, please. Okay. Oh gosh, of course this is such great camera quality for this right now. But this is for Black Market Live fans.
Yes.
Specifically. It's
kidding.
the Black Market Live mug, so that you can do what I do, because we are always, Kyle B, your ugly mugs on an ugly mug.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Indeed.
So if you're watching Black Market Live having your coffee like I am every week, then we can all do it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, I figured that would be, those are the kinds of things that I love. Just the kind of thing that nobody would ever know what the hell that is. Why do you have a picture of a YouTube thing on your mug? Who are those two stupid people on your mug?
That's so good.
But if you know, you know.
Yes, indeed.
And
if
you're a fan, I hope it warms your heart each morning as you drink your coffee.
Yeah, it's pretty killer. I'm very stoked that you did that. Yeah, it's like too funny. Did you email me the link or
texted it to you?
Go ahead and email it to me because I can't use my phone at the moment.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna email this link to Nate so he can put it in the chat for all of you if you would like to visit and peruse.
And I got one of his
out there.
I got the tank top, the premium tank top, and it turned out really, really nice. So, so everybody
I can't
go
wait
over
for us
and
to hang out together in our
in our respective merch. You gotta wear Black Market. I'll wear Wise Owl. That's what
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, I don't need an attachment. It's a copy paste. Subject: Wise Owl Store.
Well,
send. So, yeah, it's exciting. I spent like a whole day just making graphics. Just kind of, I've just been teaching myself how to make graphics and stuff. I designed this myself.
It's a strong logo.
I
like it.
I think I need to send it to you. I think I'm gonna like update wherever the WO thing exists everywhere, right?
Okay.
It's a little bit more stark. It's a little bit more
also
upgrading, I think.
Groove Stranger hit us up on Bandcamp and said that he thinks he found the proper size boxes to ship us our mugs.
Dude, okay, these are one of a kind.
Yeah, maybe reiterate what he did for anybody who doesn't know, because it's pretty fucking awesome what he did.
Okay. So Groove Stranger, one of the longest standing members of the Black Market Live family.
Yeah.
Amongst many other talents that this man has, one of them is etching glass.
Yeah.
And so, a while ago, he asked us to provide, some images of our respective logos, the Black Market logo, the Wise Owl logo. Then he's etched into glass. So each one of us is like a beer mug.
Mm-hmm.
And then a shot glass that has both logos on it.
Yeah.
We've received photos of these wonderful of this glassware that they were posed in front of a very cool background.
Yeah.
There's like a nice there's like a blanket with like a really cool design.
He's really holding us like in weight at this point. I'm like dying to fucking
I kind of thought that they were already in the mail.
Groove, I will mail you a box if I have to. Like,
mail an empty box.
Yeah. But they're coming. He told me he found something. He's gonna try and get them out soon.
Nice.
But yeah, super cool. It's one of those things where it's just like, I can't believe that like people would even do that. Like one of us making a dumb mug with our faces on it. It was inevitable. One of us would do that eventually. But to like hand engrave glassware, that's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Sidewalk Andy says, "Oh wait, do I still get a Black Market mug for my year's subscription on Patreon?"
You might, yeah.
Patreon, dude. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that, Andy. But it's only the right thing to do. We should. I should give all the patrons like a free.
That would be awesome. I think it's like it's an automatic thing on Patreon where if you're like subscribed for a certain amount of time at certain tiers, you like get something. Like Patreon will like fashion some piece of merch for whatever tier, and then they send it out, which is pretty sweet.
Whoa. All right. Well, yeah, man.
So Andy, I imagine you will. I'm gonna double check on that though to be sure, because has it been there's no fucking way it's been a year we've been doing this show. We should probably know that. How long have we been doing this show?
Wait, what episode number is this?
Well, it's 39. But think about how many we've missed.
Did you notice how I started looking around me to see if I could see what episode? Where's the episode number? I'm looking around in the room that I'm sitting as if I'm going to see it.
Yeah, no, you're not going to.
That means that I'm stupid, everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You were saying something.
We should have some kind of party when it's like a year. We've done this show for a whole year. Never even thought about that. But speaking of doing some kind of party on this show, okay, so I need to fill everybody in on. So Andy says, yeah, I got the mug subscription. So Andy, that will, it'll like kick in at a certain point, and it should ship out to you once it does. But I'm gonna once the stream's over today, I'm gonna double check on that for you and see what the status is, or what if anything I have to do something to make sure that happens. But so speaking of parties on this show.
Parties?
Yeah. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think that next week we can have a Blue Velvet release party. I think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, everybody? We're definitely having a Blue Velvet release party. So, yes, anybody who doesn't know, probably all the peeps on Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The release of the next Black Market Dub EP is imminent.
Imminent, yes.
And it is an EP of music from and inspired by the David Lynch film Blue Velvet.
Yes. So at this point, here's all that's left to do work-wise. Dub Robot, a.k.a. Brian Wallace, our friend and mentor, friend of the show. He is right now recording all of his sax parts for that. And so far I've gotten 2. I got his parts back for Blue Velvet the song, which he just like absolutely fucking destroyed. It's like so good. He nailed it.
He is I mean, name a better saxophone player than him. I think they're all like they all died from heroin, using too much heroin.
He's my favorite. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, fuck. I've thought in the past of like, because so Brian Wallace, he was like he's older than us. He was our teacher in high school. He's very like in demand as far as like his production skills go, and he's always doing his own shit. He's always doing Dub Robot on the side. Like he stays busy like on purpose. He's a very busy dude. And it's always, I don't know, for some reason, even though I've known him for like almost 20 fucking years now, like I just try to respect his time, and I don't know, I don't want him to ever get tired of like playing on this stuff that I have. So I really only use him like I try to use Dub Robot like very sparingly. Like I like it to be like a special treat, like when we get
yeah,
Dub
it would
Robot.
be different if he was on everything. It would be different.
It would, yeah. And for all I know, he could watch this and be like, what the fuck? Like, I want to be on every one of them, which he's kind of expressed.
I'm positive that is exactly what he would say if he was here.
Yeah, I think you might be right. But someday that very well may happen, maybe. But it would take us, getting to a level where, I also want to pay him too. I don't want anybody who works on black market stuff to just do it just because it's really fun, even though I don't blame anybody if they wanted to do it for free because it's so fun. But I just don't want to roll that way. I'd rather everybody get paid and everything to be on the level, and I don't want anybody doing free work for my ridiculous remix project. So yeah, I imagine if we get to a point with Patreon where I felt we had enough like extra money coming in on Patreon, which right now we definitely do not. But if we had a surplus amount of like
big
cash,
up to the OG patrons.
Yeah, thanks y'all. If we had a surplus amount that we could play with every month, where Brandon was getting paid, I was getting paid, and we thought, you know what, it would be awesome to bring in him in a more full-time thing. I would totally fucking do it. Even if it was just paying him to play on our stuff every month, or just to have him like on call, just to have Dub Robot on retainer. Like it would be fucking awesome. But we're a little ways away from that, and in the meantime, he's gonna be a special treat. We're gonna trot him out only when, like, it was literally like I was working on the Blue Velvet, the song, and I heard the original, and the original is this big like schmaltzy sax solo in the middle of the song that's like super fucking long too. And I was like, okay, well, let's think about this. Obviously, the first thing I thought was like, okay, Dub Robot, duh. And then I thought, okay, but if I don't call Dub Robot, what could it be? Maybe me or Brandon could do an organ solo instead. I could do a guitar thing.
You could do a guitar solo. Right?
I could do it could be melodica. Like there's like a million ideas I had of like, okay, what could this be where Wallace and Dub Robot is like, obviously the best choice. It always is, but like the last choice. Is there anything that would suffice in lieu of Dub Robot or Brian Wallace? And it was just like resounding no. Like there's no fucking way. Yeah, there's no fucking way this is going to be even close to as cool as the original unless you actually have sax. And if we're going to get sax, I'm picking up the phone and calling Wallace. Like,
if we end up needing sax again sometime soon, we may also consider taking up the offer of our homie, friend of the stream,
Emilio.
Friend of the Black Market, well, Emilio too, but well, no, I don't think he doesn't
have a recording set up at home.
He doesn't have a recording set up. John Roy.
Oh fuck yeah, of course, that would be amazing.
The San Diego Brian Wallace.
That's true. Big ups to John Roy. Who did you see he did like a live dub set in San Diego like a week or two ago? Really fucking cool.
Yeah, I've seen him promoting that he did it a couple times, I think. I haven't seen any. I didn't see any of it. I didn't see any footage, any recordings of it. I'm sure it was amazing. I know he's been working on the live dub rig.
Yeah.
Wow. Excuse me, for a long time.
Wow.
It's early here in California, man.
Sorry, guys.
We do this show.
Brandon's just really stoked to be here, and
yeah, I was just having so much fun. We used to do this show in the evening time for ourselves, and just enjoyed every moment of it, and just did it exactly the way that we want to. But
we would get drunk while we did this show. That was always fun.
Yeah, but decided to start doing it earlier in the day.
You know what we could do
for the benefit of our friends on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
Someday.
You're welcome.
I think someday we could do Black Market Nights.
Oh.
And we bring back the bring back the late night streams. Maybe we could.
Oh, I'm into that.
Yeah. That'll be exclusively
so that
for
everybody
watching
who's
Star
watching
Trek,
could be watching it in the morning before they go to work.
Yeah, but
we're all like wearing sunglasses and like lights and like, ew, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to Black Market Nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds perfect.
I always loved the concept of like here's what you know, but now it's at night. Like Baywatch, like Baywatch Nights. Like, did you guys know that there was a show? There was Baywatch, but it had David Hasselhoff. It was you had Baywatch. They did a separate show, or maybe it was just a pilot. It would not surprise me if it didn't make it past just the pilot stage. But
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Baywatch.
Oh, dude, that was formative television.
I don't think I've ever seen in my entire life, cumulatively, I don't think I've seen more than 15 or 20 seconds of Baywatch.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. No,
so
I think
it's good. It's a good show.
I mean, no.
Riveting, prestige television.
No, no. I mean, now when I think about it, I don't really blame you for not watching it. It was one of those shows that I just like.
No. I thought you said it was good, Nate. I thought you said it was good. No, it's all right.
No. I'm not gonna say that it was good. Good. I'll say that I watched it a lot as a kid.
Right, I was gonna say it had hot women.
Yeah.
And hot men.
It formed this like rock solid opinion in my brain that I couldn't shake until I was like 14. It was just like Pamela Anderson is the hottest woman who will ever live, has ever and will ever. That's like a rule. That's not even me saying that. That's just like generally accepted fact.
You still feel that way? Is she still
no,
the pinnacle of the mountain?
No, she's not. But that way, as a kid,
I wonder who is now. I wonder who's.
I'm not gonna fucking.
Who is the hottest woman who has ever existed in human history, Nate?
I think Cleopatra. Duh. look at all the shit she kicked up. She had to be something special. I don't know.
Not Helen of Troy.
No. I don't think so. At least.
Oh, this is good. I'm having fun.
Good.
Are you all having fun? Is everybody having fun?
I hope so. Thanks for all the Redditors watching. I'm like slightly nervous to have this on Reddit because I literally had the idea to broadcast on this subreddit like 10 minutes before we started today. I was like, I bet I could make something work in time. And it sounds like it half is, other than I think there's some kind of stupid delay on my voice, which I'll fix before we do this again. But
can we ever get past the technical issues?
I don't think so. I think it's a feature of the show now. It's not a bug. True. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
It's a feature.
It's one of the cool things. You get to see us under pressure, constantly fiddling with stupid shit. But yeah, thanks everybody on Reddit for watching. Especially watching this in like a vacuum where I'm sure you have no fucking idea like what we do or who we are or anything. And for if that's the case, to reiterate, we're both music producers. We're not going to really perform or play music per se too much on this particular show. This is more like a show where we kind of talk most of the time. But at the end of the show, we will kind of.
We try to always play some music at least.
Some music, yeah. But it's not really like what you're probably used to seeing in Reddit sets or Reddit streams. It's kind of different from that. We basically like produce and record and make music live, and we kind of talk through the process, and we kind of let people in the chat like tell us like, hey, you should do this thing. Or how about this sound, stuff like that. So
sometimes we say no. But a lot of times we go like, oh, that's a good idea. We should try that.
Yeah.
It's never us just making music for the sake of this stream. We're always working on one of our actual projects.
Right.
So it's always something that, when you listen to the song once it's released, it was like, dude, I saw that guy play that guitar part.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And one of the cooler things, and this is the kind of thing that as the show grows, I hope happens like way more. Like a couple weeks ago when we were working on the theme song for an upcoming video series we're doing, and one of our regulars who watches the show, Magaduppy in Sweden, he just came up with like a MIDI horn part for us to just drop in and use. And we wound up not using it, but it was just like, how fucking cool is that like we can literally like live collaboration with people like around the world. It's pretty fucking sweet. Yeah.
So, top of the pyramid, hottest woman to ever live. Who is it? Everybody put in the chat.
I honestly, I couldn't fucking answer who's the hottest woman who's ever lived. I don't know. I think
I'm just teasing you.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think what we should do is get into mailbag because we have one.
Mailbag. Viewer mail.
Yeah. So, this is one of the mailbags we get from our regular Andy.
Mailbagger.
Yeah, he's a real mailbagger. So Andy says, "How do Bushmilk Brothers, Groove Stranger, Papa Jocko, Oh, howdy, Bushmilk Brothers, Groove Stranger, Papa Jocko, Black Market Community. After hearing the lads talk about the song last week, I got a laugh out of this fun fact. Roy Orbison claimed that the origin for In Dreams came to him while he was sleeping, as many of his songs did. He often heard music while asleep, with a radio disc jockey announcing that it was Elvis Presley's new song. For this song, however, he was half awake when he imagined it, and he thought, boy, that's good. I need to finish that. Too bad things don't happen in my dreams. When he woke up the next morning, the entire composition was written in 20 minutes. Also, when I went for my first walk in Edinburgh, Papa Jocko's old town, with my parents, within 50 meters of walking, someone leaned out of a bus window and yelled, "Oi, dickhead." And I finally felt like I was in Scotland. Remember, chat or later listeners, please smash the like and subscribe buttons. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers and give the lads some free love. Give them a donation by scanning the QR codes. Thank you, Andy. That's awesome.
That's a dub clap for that.
Yeah.
For that man. That was a great man.
Excellent. Yeah, I kind of came across something similar after me and Brandon spontaneously erupted in tears after over analyzing fucking In Dreams by Roy Orbison. Yeah, I came across something similar that he kind of like would basically compose or would like wake up with like songs like fully composed like after he'd been sleeping. And it seems like it because so many of his songs are about like dreams and sleeping and all that kind of thing. So it doesn't really surprise me that would be the case.
It's like every single one of his songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like My Pillow. Like, I wonder when this guy writes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'd never noticed it. But 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It takes so much like on purpose, focused intellectual effort. Like whenever I write a song, it's like, okay, I'm writing a song.
Right.
I'm going to do this. Like, I need to like get so woken up and so like caffeinated.
Yeah.
Or drunk to do it. Just the thought of it, like actual cogent musical ideas that I can actually represent with chords and
present
notes
to
and like the thought of that coming to me in my sleep is a very foreign thought for me.
Yeah. No, I've definitely experienced like coming up with musical ideas while I was sleeping. That's happened to me in the past.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've like actually making the transition from dreaming something up and then waking up in time to remember it and compose and make sure you record it or compose it properly so you can actually like replicate it later. That's a whole nother thing. Like that's I think it's not I don't think it's that crazy to kind of dream up weird kind of music in your head, especially if you're working on music all the time. But it's actually converting that dream gobbledygook information into a like cogent piece of music. Like that to me is the more impressive thing. And it's like, you know, it's like Paul McCartney, the ones that I know for sure did that, they're all like incredible. They're all the greats. It's like Paul McCartney, I think Hendrix, Keith Richards. That's how he came up with the riff for Satisfaction. He came up with it in his sleep. And Roy Orbison, I'm sure there's many more. And yeah, it's crazy. I would love to like talk to somebody like who can do that. Like teach me how to do that better. That's because I bet you anything anything that my subconscious mind came up with would be so much cooler than my conscious musical mind. Like my conscious musical mind is constantly stuck in a cliche loop, I feel like, when I try to compose music. And I just
so the dream thing can cut through cliches and whatnot.
I think so, yeah, because yeah, like when I sit down and I'm like, I'm gonna try and write something. It's like,
Yeah.
I predict everything I'm gonna do already, and I'm bored with it before I start. It's like I'm so bored with my own ideas that like it's hard to even cross the threshold of like starting.
Start from a place that you have started from.
Yeah.
At least once, if not many times before.
Many times, yeah. Whereas in a dream, like if music comes to you in a dream, it's like, man, that could be. Think of how wild and weird and just like off the wall, like because it's music interacting with your subconscious mind. So it could be like, something you spoke to someone about earlier that week, or like a movie, or like so many different influences could just like pool together in a way that like I don't know how you would do that consciously. Like I think it would be, you would overstrain yourself, and I don't think you'd come up with anything. It would be weird, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have experienced the spontaneous, the thing where it just hits me lots of times. Yeah. The majority of, personally, my favorite ideas that have ever hit me before, the ones that I think are the best ones, have hit me spontaneously like that in a moment that was not planned, where I'm sitting there trying to think of, okay, I need a musical idea. What am I going to come up with? I will come up with this. But it's very similar to the process that you're describing, but they were all while I was awake.
Right.
They were all in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of them happen while I'm driving.
Interesting.
Sometimes I'll be driving and, just because I'm like paying attention to something else, and then just all of a sudden, just a melody will start like humming something. Or when I have just like sat down in front of the keyboard and I just like start playing something and I accidentally hit a couple notes.
Right.
And then my brain can just like go, oh, wait, but what if it was like that? Yeah.
Kyle says the key to this kind of creativity that we're talking about is the trick is to practice lucid dreaming. I can't do it, but that's the first step to accomplishing creativity while sleeping. I'm actually fascinated by lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming, yeah.
That's like the concept of where you're totally asleep, but you basically are conscious enough that you can kind of control what happens in your dreams.
You are aware that you're dreaming.
Yes, you're aware that you're dreaming. That's a good way to put it.
So you haven't woken up.
Yeah.
But you're not. But you're you.
Yeah.
You are your like waking consciousness.
Right. You're observing
self.
You're consciously observing
your
own dream while you're asleep.
Yep.
Which is fucking crazy.
There's a really big movie when we were in high school, Waking Life. Mm-hmm. You remember that movie? Richard Linklater movie.
Oh, okay.
You must be a Richard Linklater guy.
I love Richard Linklater.
You're totally. If ever I've known a guy who must be a Richard Linklater guy, it's you.
Me.
But yeah, the like cell animation overlaid over live action.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
It was there might have been like the second movie of his that he ever did that with.
Yeah.
Maybe the first. I don't know.
Because didn't he do the same thing with Scanner Darkly? Didn't he do Scanner Darkly? Yep. Dude.
Scanner Darkly was after Waking Life. Okay. And Waking Life is even more kind of stretching beyond the live action.
Oh,
it's
wow.
more, the animation is more cartoonish, and I think it's, the style of it anyway, looks much more like hand animated than Scanner Darkly does.
Right.
But the entire thing is about lucid dreaming.
Wow.
And it's half. It doesn't really have I guess it does have a narrative, barely, but it's more just like a series of conversations.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one on my watch list because I've seen Scanner Darkly. I saw Scanner Darkly for the first time. Well, one, I love Philip K. Dick. Any Philip K. Dick adaptation, I'm just like, I'm
PKD
on it. Yeah, like I will watch pretty much anything that was made from his works or his works specifically.
So I have a question for you about that after you.
Yeah. All I was gonna say was that like part of the huge selling point of Scanner Darkly for me that made it so cool and so unique is the animation style. They clearly filmed the whole movie regularly and then went in and either I don't know how they did it. Was it digital or did they draw over it, like over the film? I'm sure it was some kind of digital thing.
It's like his own kind of stylistic thing. I mean, he must have like a collaborator who also is the mastermind of this visual style and technique or something. But it's like a running thing throughout his movies, and he's always kind of developing it. It seems like it looks a little bit different each time.
Yeah,
but it's a very like Linklater thing. But
it's really cool.
Just some way of overlaying the animation on top of.
Yeah, and it fits like the themes of that movie so well. Like I don't know why he decided to do that with that material. Like why he decided to pair that style with that material, but it adds so much to that movie. Like it's like amazing. It kind of it like makes that movie for me. And before I'd seen it, I like saw pictures and like stills of it, and I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna wait on that one. I just can't. I don't know why he did that, and it just seems weird. And I don't know. I normally, and I would go for that thing normally, but for whatever reason, it kind of turned me off before I ever saw it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then when I finally did see it, and I smoked a big old fatty, oh boy, I was hooked. Still hooked.
Yeah, that came out, what was it, like 2006,
like 2006, yeah, that was like a while ago.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But, okay, so speaking of PK Dick, have you seen the show? It's either Apple or HBO, I can't remember, but Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams.
Oh, is it the same thing that Blade
Or
Runner?
is it Amazon?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it the
same book that Blade Runner is based on? Because the book that Blade Runner is based on is Dude Sheep. God damn it.
Do Sheep Dream of Electric Robots?
Sheep.
Yes. No. No. It is a series.
Okay.
And each episode is based on a different Philip K. Dick short story.
Wow.
I believe. I haven't watched it.
Okay.
Yet. But I was wondering if you had already seen it, if you could, because I would respect your opinion about it.
No, I have not.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of watching all of the X-Files right now, in spite of my girlfriend right now.
She hates X-Files.
She doesn't hate them. She likes it a lot, but she's not like in it like I am. Like she's like, anytime I put an episode on, she's just kind of like, okay, and then like does whatever, like hangs out on her phone. So it's like we're not watching it together. Not really.
Yeah.
So I just got into like season 3, and last time I tried to watch it, I stalled out after season 9 because it gets really fucking stupid in season 9.
A lot of seasons.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to make it all the way to season 11 this time. We'll see what happens. And 2 movies.
Wow.
And when I'm done, maybe we'll do an X-Files Part 2 EP. That'd be kind of fun.
That's exactly what I was thinking, is watching that much X-Files is probably going to prompt you to some inspiration for Nate to do another X-Files EP.
It would be cool. The only problem is the first X-Files EP I did 2 versions of the theme song on the first EP. I did 2 separate versions of it. So now I'm like, okay, do I do a third version of it? Because there's no other music in the X-Files that's like as iconic or like, noteworthy or worth doing, frankly, than that one. But yeah, maybe we will. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to hear like your interpretation of something like that and to collaborate with you on some kind of X-Files music. That'd be pretty sweet.
Or get a sax player to play it.
Yeah, that's true. You could get Wallace or John Roy. Also, another thing, Kyle B is a trombone player, an excellent trombone player, and anybody that like remembers some of the older Black Market EPs. He actually played trombone on all the first Clash stuff. He did.
Oh, that's you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, pretty
all
cool.
Right.
How about let's jump over to a music viewer submission review.
Viewers music. Yeah, so this is where we ask folks, fans of Black Market Live, make sure to get your mugs, to yes, send in your music, and we will listen to it, feature it on the show like we're doing now for what we're assuming is pronounced Jjxxnn. And so everybody else in the community gets to hear your music, see what you're doing. We'll play at least one song of your choosing in its entirety. And then we promise to, first of all, say nice things about it and big you up and just, praise you and gush over how awesome your music is, which it invariably is. We have not had a single song yet that hasn't been like, first thought is like, okay, that was awesome.
Right.
That was amazing. And then if we have some sort of feedback for you or some kind of input or a suggestion or something that we, in our opinions, can hear, might be some way, something that you can try to improve your production in some way, to offer you some input.
Yeah. So the first one I want to feature is by Jjxxnn. So this is one of the guys from the Vaporwave subreddit I was talking about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He has... he didn't really say which one specifically he wanted me to play, but I just listened to his whole EP yesterday because I just really fucking liked it. I thought it was...
And you already have a favorite song?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
This one called Splash Zone I really, really dig.
Nice.
So check out the links in the description to Jjxxnn's music on Spotify, I think is the link he gave us. So check that out. And...
this album is called Cabriolet.
Cabriolet, yeah, and I love that album.
Yeah, it makes me think of Terry Peterson's mom when we were in, Terry Peterson from Atascadero?
That sounds really familiar.
Nate and I grew up in the same town in California, by the way. Small town, Atascadero, California. When I was in elementary school, one of my best friends, Terry, his mom, every once in a while used to pick us up from school from like second grade, third grade.
Yeah.
She had a cabriolet, just like that car right there, except it was black.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's play Splash Zone by Jjxxnn from his EP Cabriolet.
Something funny's happening over there.
So over on the Bandcamp chat side, fucking Grooves Changer pointed out, he's like, it's called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And I was like, I cannot believe how bad we fucking butchered the title of that book.
I said it backwards on purpose for the record.
I could not remember for the life of me what the fuck it was called.
Sheep
Thanks,
dream of electric robots.
That's all.
That's what I said. Do sheep dream of electric robots?
If they did dream of electric sheep, I think it would sound like this. And that's a compliment.
Ah, robot dreams.
This is what robot dreams sound like. Robot dreams. Awesome. I'm going to let the rest of his EP just play while we talk about it.
Yeah.
But
good pick. Good song to choose from there, man. It's a really good song.
It's really cool. I'll start it from the top just so you could kind of hear, because there's definitely some that are this is a very like cohesive EP. Usually we wouldn't like review a whole EP, and we're not going to, but like I'll say just from listening to it in my own time, that it's really, really cohesive. Like I want to buy this. If I doubt it's on vinyl, but if it is, I want a copy of it, because I would actually like listen to it all the time if I could. It really reminds me of probably my favorite vaporwave related artist, Windows 96. Amazing, super prolific Bandcamp artist.
That's such a good name.
Yes.
That's such a good artist name, Windows 96.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, one of my favorites. I believe that person is based out of, I want to say Brazil, but I'm not positive on that.
Brazil.
But this stuff by Jjxxnn really reminds me of that in the best way. It's just like swimming, like everything kind of feels very like it's very muted and mellow, and the synths are all very soft. There's nothing like harsh about it. All the edges are kind of rounded off in a really nice way. Yep. It's just really relaxing to listen to. Like yesterday when I was setting up, the podcast, one of the only times I can actually be in this room and just listen to music like for fun is when I'm like doing stuff like that, where I'm like setting up the title for the show and doing the thumbnail and all that kind of shit. And initially I was just gonna kind of skim through and just pick up one that was kind of my favorite off the top of my head, but I wound up listening to like 30 seconds of one of them, and I was like, I should just listen to this whole fucking thing. Like, this is right up my alley. This is the kind of music I like to listen to, like, in my free time when I'm like winding down, or if I'm really fucking stoned, frankly. I really like just how mellow and relaxing and soft it all is. He did a really good job. I don't want to say I wasn't expecting much, but the vaporwave subreddit, it's specifically for people who are like kind of new at it and who are trying to make something for the first time, or at least trying to learn new things. So I didn't really know what to expect from submissions we would get from those guys, other than that, it'd probably be something cool that I would that would at least pique my curiosity. But what I wasn't expecting was to hear something that like I wanted to own.
Yeah.
Like as a record.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't really have a ton of like critiques per se, but I would love to, if you do, I would love to hear it, because you might kind of jog my thought process on things that he might be able to do better.
Well, I had two things. So first of all, it was amazing. I love that song. And I'll just speak just specifically to that song rather than what we're hearing here in the background.
I could play that one again too if you want to hear it.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
Okay.
Or well, I mean, it was such a good song.
Okay, let's do it.
Bleep, 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 bleep. But yeah, so yeah, I had two thoughts. One, I feel pretty confident that it could be interested in taking, and the other one, I'm not so sure, especially since what you were saying, Nate, about how this music almost definitely is intentionally soft, and easy, and not imposing itself.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that when I was listening to it, I heard it like a critique that I have, but I'm now realizing it may be actually genius, which is that I noticed how quiet the snare drum is. How quiet the backbeat. So like my first thought was, so right here when the drums come in, so you got hi-hat, you can hear the kick drum when the volume is very low like this. The quietest drum is the snare.
Yeah. There's a lot of attack on the kick, but the snare is very kind of muffled, and
the hi-hats are going.
Yeah.
It's so small and it's tucked back.
Yep. Yeah.
So that stood out to me like a critique, which is like, okay, so normally it sounded like when the drums came in that moment, it was meant to start grooving right there, and that the backbeat, like stark drum, it's almost always a snare drum, but whatever percussive element it is that is stark and it hits on beats 2 and 4, that's the backbeat. That's the most important aspect of the groove. Normally, right? But if this is done intentionally, which it may very well be, that's like something that I've never even considered before, and something that can be pretty genius, which is if you invert that, if you make that strongest aspect of what makes you bounce and what makes you groove, if you make that the softest part, like what effect does that have now? Now a groove comes in, and instead of getting me hyped, it's like reversed. It's like inverted of hype, whatever that is, That's
really interesting thought.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's a really interesting thought. And I think that is a feature of this style of music. Like it's supposed to be reminiscent of like background music you would hear in like Kmart, like walking around when you're like a kid. Like it's supposed to be like elevated music or elevated elevator music kind of thing. At least that's how I always kind of thought the original intent of it. And now it's kind of grown into I think it's definitely more like sophisticated now, and you get stuff that is like this that is just really good in its own right, without necessarily conforming to that kind of thing, but still kind of maintains what is cool and what draws your brain to like and reminiscing about that kind of nostalgic music that you would hear like in the background. Also gives me kind of like cassette tape vibes. Like I don't think that there's, to me it sounds like there's some kind of tape hiss, so he very well could have like ran this through tape or something, which would be really cool. But the cumulative effect of everything he's doing, either from like an arranging standpoint like you're saying with the drums, or just his choice, his choice in like his synth palette, it all just adds up to like it's all working in tandem to make just like a really cohesive, like relaxing experience to listen to. And the interesting thing, I had this thought too. I'd be curious, like if you went into his like Ableton session or wherever he did this, you can control like individual like velocities of certain hits. If he were to crank the velocity up on all the drums and take his synth cutoff filters and make them not cut off so much high end, I think this, with no effort other than doing those two things, would be like a really aggressive sounding like piece of music. But it's like these two really simple touches that he's done has just made it the opposite of what you would think someone would do. Definitely the opposite of what I would do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Because we chase, the production style of like Scientist and King Tubby, which is like
just fat, loud drums.
Make it have fucking nails on it. Like the snare drum needs to like rip your face off, you know. But yeah, this is
Kyle B says it's like lo-fi meets synthwave. Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's kind of exactly what it is. I think you could call this as much synthwave, lo-fi, or vaporwave. I'd be curious exactly what camp Jjxxnn would put it in. But yeah, it definitely like hits all those same notes of synthwave and lo-fi as well. But yeah, I really love this one. We've gotten a bunch of submissions from this vaporwave subreddit, and I'm really excited to hear more productions like this from that group.
Nice.
Because I'm always on the lookout to discover new stuff in this genre, and like vaporwave is arguably one of the like strongest musical communities on Bandcamp. So I think it's important, and it's good to like kind of keep tabs on what they're doing, because they're a whole new scene. It's a whole new kind of music and they're doing something really, really different that people haven't ever done with music before. So I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, man. Great work, Jjxxnn.
So yeah, Jjxxnn. Great job, man.
Dub clap. Link in the description. Check out Jjxxnn's music. Yeah, you can tell just from the other couple songs that you played on here too. Like this entire EP is fire.
Totally. All right, now to our boy Kyle B. So, Kyle, you're in the chat. Is there any? So before I even say anything, I'll say this is a brand new EP that Kyle B has put out. Nice. For a reggae show, we hardly ever actually talk about or listen to other people's reggae. We don't really get a chance to. So even though Kyle didn't submit this through the regular like music submission channels, as soon as I heard he was putting this out, I was like, dude, you gotta let us feature this, because it's really cool. I got to hear bits and pieces.
It's a reggae show after all. Yes, people submit your reggae
show. So Kyle, is there anyone in particular you'd like us to play? I think you said, Brandon, one caught your eye. Which one was that?
Yeah, well, I mean, so just right out the gate, I want to hear all of them, but Warrior Charge. If that is what I think it is, if that's the
I heard a piece of this
Oswald
yesterday
song, then I must hear this.
Yeah, and Kyle, just go ahead and chime in the chat if you have anything to add to this. But yeah, so basically Kyle made like 8-bit reggae songs. Like he made like Super Mario Brothers sounding 8-bit reggae tracks. It's like it's genius. It's really exciting. It's genius. Let's check out this Warriors Charge thing so you can see if that is the case. If that's
okay. Yeah, if this is what I think it is, this is a song that I've been meaning to. Yep, it is.
Kyle. So fucking good.
Ah! Dude, this is so good. Oswald is the best.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, Kyle, this one's very, very strong, dude. I love Brandon right now. Oh, man. So good. These like synths. Okay, if you're not wearing headphones listening to this, please put headphones on right now because he's got a synth that's just like kind of swimming around in stereo. It's really, really well done.
Kyle, I'm interested to know what instruments you used.
Yeah.
For this.
Awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of questions about how he managed to accomplish this as well. Kyle, is this on Bandcamp? Can people go buy this? I'm gonna look it up just in case. Dropping the Bandcamp link.
There you go.
Wow. Kyle. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Awesome. Dub clap.
Fucking sweet.
Nice. Real rock.
Dude, it's so good. Okay, so yeah, Kyle kind of answered the question I had. So he says in the chat, so the instrument pack is a set of Nintendo instruments / samples that I downloaded. I composed each track using the sounds. So I have no idea how 8-bit music works. What he just described sounds way more straightforward than what I was thinking. Part of me thought like did he like compose tracks and then convert them into 8-bit somehow? And then just kind of let the chips fall where they may, like however that conversion takes place. But this makes way more sense. He had a lot more control over it than that. But yeah, man, goddamn. really like honestly brilliant what you've done. It's so fucking cool.
I'm enjoying this one too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the greatest rhythm of all time right here.
Yeah.
And I love how you chose classic music to do too.
Yeah. He says no conversion, just very basic synths. That's fucking awesome, dude. Kyle, did you do this in like Ableton or what was your DAW of choice? How did you manage putting this all together? Fucking sweet. Yeah.
Dude, maybe this should be the theme music to the
Oh, you know what?
show.
For sure, this is going in the playlist, the weekly playlist for sure. The pre-show playlist.
Mm-hmm.
This is an automatic Ableton. Yeah, awesome.
Do we hear Truths and Rights?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. So this is. Oh. Nice. So it has a Nintendo tempo also. Excellent.
Yeah, Kyle, we got to collab on something, dude. We absolutely must. The three of us have to combine forces somehow on something. I'm convinced.
This is dope.
Yeah.
And then we'll come to Shanghai and do some shows.
Absolutely. Yeah, for anybody who's not aware, Kyle is actually based in Shanghai, China. So what time? It's got to be fucking super late over
I was
there.
just
You're
wondering, too, what time is it in Shanghai right now?
You're a fucking trooper for hanging out with us while we do this. This is fucking awesome. And like, I don't know, perfect music today for the show where we're dealing with Reddit and being on the internet and trying all this weird shit. It's like, it's very serendipitous. It's good. It's 2:30 a.m. Kyle B. Holy shit, my friend. My only critique is it should be a full album.
It should be more.
Yeah, I want to hear more of them. Yeah, well, okay, so I dropped the Bandcamp. He sent me a couple links. There's a production like behind the scenes video he made, which I haven't seen yet. I really want to watch.
Okay, well, that would probably answer all of our questions.
Yeah. Also, he sent us a link to his website where there's kind of a press review type thing. And I put his Bandcamp in the chat as well. So please go over and show Kyle some love and pick up this record. This is a fucking really, really unique, clever take on these reggae rhythms. Pretty fucking brilliant.
Yeah, man. Well done.
Well done.
And yeah, all the listeners, viewers out there, please submit. Did they know where to submit, how to submit, Nate?
Yeah,
and
so
especially if you got reggae.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
get some more reggae in the
more, we need more reggae to review. Yeah, so if you're a musician out there watching and you want to have your music featured on this show and to have us, Kyle B, I'm signing off. Thanks so much for the support, guys. Glad you enjoy it. Kyle, thank you, man. This was so much fun. Seriously, so much fun. Way to go, man. Brilliant. Yeah, so if you want your music featured on the show, we really don't care what the genre is. We'll listen to anything.
Yeah, that's true. Don't let that
although
discourage you
we would love
sending.
more reggae, because we are reggae producers ourselves. But we'll listen to anything. We'll review anything. We'll give our 2 cents to anything. If you would like to submit your music to be featured on the show, email blackmarketreggae@gmail.com and put music submission in the heading, and we'll kind of take it anyway. The best is probably Bandcamp links or Spotify or Tidal or SoundCloud or something like that. But you could even send us like the files if you want. But I think a link would be best, honestly.
Yeah, and especially too in whatever form it is that you want it to be promoted in,
Yeah, exactly.
whichever platform that you want us to point people to when we show it.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop the email address in the chat, so anybody that wants to submit, just make sure you hit this email address, and we'll very gladly.
Oh, hi, Nate. There's Nate's face.
I turned something.
Yay.
I turned something on. I didn't mean to.
Hi, Nate. Oh, there's more Nate. Look at how much Nate we have today. This is cool. It's taking a tour of Nate's studio. This is a beautiful tape machine.
I turned on.
Back there, Patch Bay. Oh, you got a space. Oh, my God. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Now it's like, whoops. No, I'm just showing off my board. Whoa.
God damn.
Didn't mean to leave that laying there.
I turned on.
You just picked that up.
I turned on automatic scene switcher on accident.
I have no idea what happened. Jeez.
Didn't mean to do that.
Just showing off my cool studio.
I was trying
on
to hit,
accident.
I was trying to fucking hit
sure
the
you were.
symbol.
Sure you were.
Yeah. Awesome.
I switched to a different coffee because like the regular coffee that I'd been brewing, it's starting to take its toll on my belly in the morning. So I switched to this like instant coffee.
Yeah.
You know, the powder that you mix with hot water.
Maybe it's that mug, man. Maybe drinking coffee out of a mug with your own face on it is just, I don't know, maybe it's like it's draining your own energy or something.
Maybe this handsome guy right here is just absorbing my life force.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. This is a sleepier show than normal. Brandon has got coffee reasons. I am.
Are you also sleepy?
Oh my God. I'm learning in the hardest fucking way today that I am so lactose intolerant. Like, it fucking sucks. I had pizza last night. Haven't really like had like a big like glob of cheese on a New York slice of pizza in a while. Holy fucking shit. I feel like hungover today.
Are you just sitting on a chamber pot right now?
No, but it would probably help, honestly. But I'm gonna spare the viewers any of that.
No, tell us all the details.
No,
I just don't.
Yeah, God, I got wrecked by pizza. Like that's if anyone wants to know what like turning 30 is like.
Same with eggs for me, man.
Yeah.
I just put mayonnaise on my damn sandwich, and it's like, nope.
Really? That's fucking weird. So you have no tolerance for eggs?
Just all of a sudden, eggs kill me.
Wow, that sucks.
I literally die every time.
Wow. Yep. All right. So should we transition to recording some backing tracks?
Sure.
Backing tracks. Wow.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man, sure. Yeah, so let's play a little music. We're just gonna start. So essentially, what we're gonna do is first step is it just goes drums, bass, and then the other elements. So
let's go over again what we're doing with this segment of the show.
So new project of mine is I want to start performing live on Reddit and wherever else, whatever stream, but we have Reddit in mind for this. Want to perform live. So one of the things that I do is I perform around LA with my homie JB, who is a drummer. I have a loop pedal, and JB plays drums, and I've got so I build a loop of bass and then keyboards, like piano, and then a bubble, and then I play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
And we, do this in various bars around Southern California. So essentially, I want to kind of do a version of that live on stream, except that it's going to be more dub-centric. So I'm going to ultimately put all of these tracks that I make onto cassette tapes.
Nice.
4-track tapes. I've got my cassette machine that I can then use. So so the cassette has 4 tracks. Track 1 will always be drums. Track 2 will always be bass. Track 3 will always be the skank.
Yep. Smart.
And track 4 will always be whatever other musical elements are part of the song. So, and I don't know, maybe one of the tracks should always be percussion. I don't know. I'll decide that later.
Or you could sum it. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to sum percussion with the drums because all it takes is one too loud of a tambourine for that to be a horrible idea.
True. Well, and you know, if you cut the drums fader, so everything is down to a single fader also. So it's 4 mono things. So if you cut drums, then percussion goes with it. You know, it's impossible at any point in the show to keep percussion happening.
Yeah.
While drums are out, and that could be kind of cool to be able to. Anyway, but the F am I talking about? And I won't really need to worry too much about various melodic, like melodies that happen in the song, because the whole point of this show that I'm creating is that those parts I'm going to actually play them live.
Nice.
So if there's any melody, I'll have my guitar. I'll play solos.
Right.
And I'll be singing on these live, but I'll have individual control on all these elements on faders and of my mic and my guitar and everything that I'm playing live. I may also, play like a little Casio thing or some other keyboard live, but I'll be able to dub those elements as well. So what we want to do today, we're just starting on this, right? We're just about to start producing this right now.
Yeah.
So I just want to start building the drums and bass and skank elements of various songs. I ultimately want to have like 50 songs, more than that.
Yeah. I think like
that I can pull out,
multiple hours of material is the goal ultimately.
Just a bunch of tapes that I just have a shitload of songs. I probably won't even know what they are until they just come up, because I can't like hunt and peck through the different ones. Like what's the next song that I'm playing? Well, the next one that's on the tape. That's on this tape that I have right here. That's the next song I'm playing.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
So what are you gonna start with? What's the first tune you want to do?
I think I'll start just for no other reason than it's the one that I've been just kind of obsessed with lately. It's an instrumental. It's a riddim called Hot Milk.
Cool. Hot Milk.
Hot Milk.
Not heard. That sounds like you conjured up like a nightmare I had last night.
Yeah, this is for all you lactose intolerant homies out there.
Holy shit.
You will recognize it instantly.
Nice.
It is. It's also known as the Murderer Riddim.
Hell yeah, that sounds fun.
Let me just play this effing S real quick.
All right, let's go to Jumbotron. This is officially called the fucking Jumbotron now.
Okay. We're going into Jumbotron land.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if I have my guitar turned on here. No, that's good. Oh, I see why. Oh.
Heyo.
Hi all. So it's your favorite Wise Owl stereo guitar.
It's so your sound. It's so like immediately recognizable now. Like,
yeah,
it's really cool.
Nice, cool. Yeah. So it's the.
Nice.
So it's the the murderer. It's a Jackie Me Too Riddim. I think he originally did it at Studio One.
Yeah.
The earliest version of it is from like 1968 or something at Studio One. He re-recorded it many, many times, and instrumental fashion. It was used, dude, like literally hundreds of various vocal versions.
Yeah.
Most famous one is probably, I think Barrington Levy used it for like his most famous song, Murderer. Well, maybe it's not his most famous song, but
one of them for sure.
And it's got a nice melody. You know the song?
I don't know if I do. What Barrington Levy, was this a single or was it on an album?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was on, I don't know what album it was on, but yeah, the song Murderer.
Nice. I know if I heard it, because yeah, it is kind of jogging my memory. I feel like I have heard
it. So that melody isn't in Murderer, but that's the Jackie Me Too melody. So Jackie Me Too, who that is, if anybody doesn't know, Jackie Me Too was the keyboard player. So he was the piano player in the Skatalites, the original Studio One house band that was the group that played probably the majority of ska music that was ever recorded in Jamaica.
Yeah.
In the early and mid 60s. And then he stayed in the Studio One house band through after the ska era, and was kind of the principal, or one of the two principal arrangers and songwriters, along with Leroy Sibbles. He's one of my favorite bass players of all time.
Amazing bass player.
But yeah, so I mean, like two of the songs that we just listened to, Kyle on his EP, which doing 8-bit versions of classic Jamaican rhythms.
Yep.
Two of those were Jackie Me Too wrote them. So yeah, I mean, he's probably the writer of more Jamaican rhythms and just ubiquitous backing tracks than anybody ever.
We've got
This is one of them.
We've got someone on Reddit who is dying to hear one or both of us sing. So I'm not gonna sing. So Brandon?
I'm not gonna sing right now.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, the way to get quick satisfaction in that way is to go to my Bandcamp page.
There you go.
It's filled with Wise Owl Sings. Wise Owl Sings His Favorites is a series of songs that I'm releasing right now. I've done Talking Heads and Tears for Fears and Beck and other stuff. Alicia Keys is coming up next. I'm going to do 9 Inch Nails after that. And there's also my original music on there. For the time being, though, this, what we're doing right now and doing today is the nice, lovely, painstaking in-studio process of one element at a time.
Yeah.
And that starts with drums. And this is kind of like always been a joke and a funny thing that we say about doing this show, which is no wonder there aren't more people who do a live stream that features actual work being done in the recording studio.
Yeah.
Because in our opinion, it's really boring and tedious,
but
it takes a long time.
We've got people
and it's
that have
not
been
that
watching
exciting
for a year now, which blows my mind.
But hey, if you love it, if you're interested, if it's the type of thing that you like to hang out with and be a part of, we love that. And that's why we do this. Is just hey, there are folks out there who love hanging out, love being a part of it. That's cool, man. Let's all get together.
Yeah. Naruto 09. I will say I appreciate the encouragement to have Brandon sing, because I always want to hear Brandon sing as well. So check out our Bandcamp pages. You'll kind of get a better idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, and I will probably, you know, when we're doing these, maybe today the one that I do after this first song will be one that I sing on, and then I'll sing.
Yeah.
That's cool. But the one that I'm going to start off with is an instrumental.
Nice.
And I kind of want to like make this be a challenge. Like since we're doing it live on the stream, like let's see how quickly I can do it.
That'll be awesome. I gotta mention we got Mark Grundhofer in the chat.
What's up, Mark?
Says, I'm taking a break from being in the recording studio all day to stop in and see you guys. Thanks, Mark.
Nice. Good to see you.
Hell yeah, Mark.
Friend of the stream.
Friend of the stream. Excellent musician, Mark Grundhofer. Check him out on Bandcamp.
Atlanta, based in Atlanta,
Yep.
if I'm remembering correctly.
But seriously, Mark, thank you. Great to see you.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I am going to go through and audition some drums that we may use for this. So I know that from my notes that I use when I play live, I prefer this at tempo 73 BPM.
Nice.
So we're going to comb through the library of reggae drum tracks that we have and that we work from. Let's see what we got.
I kind of want to solicit Kyle B
yeah.
for some 8-bit drum rhythms. That'd be fucking sweet.
That could be, yeah, that could be a cool collab if like he provides a whole bunch of 8-bit drums or something, and then we kind of try to
do the rest on top.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Is that in sync when I play it?
Yeah, no, that sounds great. The drums are quiet, but yeah, it sounds good.
Drums are quiet.
Sidewalk Andy says, I played my old man Mark's work last week, and he really appreciated it. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There you go, Mark. You got a fan in
You got a fan
Andy's
in
dad.
fucking Scotland. Hell yeah.
So do I want it to be a one drop?
I think so.
This is better.
Yeah, this is super strong.
I want it to be more driving than this. It's better. It's in the right direction. But let's see what this is. Oh.
I remember that drum groove.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, here's a rockers one. Kind of like this.
I think you should do. I like that one drop. That one drop was my fave.
Okay, two before this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Same with this one. Long intro.
Yeah. So Mark asks, sorry if you mentioned this already, but is that SG going through an amp in the room or a sim?
This this guitar is going through a Gallon-Kruger 250 RL, which is a guitar amp head that they made in 1990, I believe. And this is the direct sound through the amp, so it's not
direct sound, but
mic'd.
with a spring on there too, which kind of gives it some depth.
No, actually, this
No
is not
spring
the
on
spring.
that.
This
Is that just your delay?
Nope.
What
This
is that?
All the guitar heads. So check this out. This is what makes the more famous version of this is, I believe it's called a 250 ML or something like that. That was like the main version of it. Short-lived model. And it was, so the big draw for this was that they had a built-in stereo chorus effect into these guitar heads.
Yeah.
So it's very like Andy Summers, Police big vibe, very The Edge vibe. It's 1990. This is like at the peak of where that sound was awesome and was in vogue. So this is what it sounds like normally. Like a guitar amp. I haven't tuned my guitar, by the way.
That is such a different sound from your normal sound. It's so wild.
Built in to the head is a little effect that you can turn on called echo. Okay. There's no, you can't adjust how much is on there. It's just, so it's both a delay and a reverb in there. And then now for everybody, if you're wearing headphones, this is the way that you can really, really hear this. Then there's another effect that you can turn on called chorus. Where it's totally surrounding you. And I believe they made this with the intention that you set it up with 2 guitar cabinets so that you get this like crazy wide chorus guitar sound like in the actual live room where you're playing. But I take the headphone output of it and just have it be a direct little, chorusy stereo guitar sound.
Yeah, it's a...
And that's what that is.
I love that because you have like a really it's an amp that is not probably all like super renowned or whatever, but like you've taken it and it's like you've taken something that's like kind of a quirky piece of gear and it's like you've brought out what you've brought out of it is like your signature sound. Like that is like it's kind of it's like one of those things you can't get from just like playing like any old like Fender or Marshall or something like that. Like
yeah, man. And we were talking about this at some point before too, I think, where we're talking about like what is the biggest deciding factor in terms of guitar tone? Is it like the kind of wood in the guitar? Is it like whether it's a bolt-on neck or a set neck, or which pickups do you have in the guitar? What strings are you using and everything?
Yeah.
And my opinion, I feel very confident about this. Hands down, by far, the most decisive thing about a guitar tone is the amp. That's like 75% of the guitar tone.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, it's a rare piece of gear. It's a rare guitar head. This is the only one that I've ever seen. To find out what it is and to learn all that history of it that I now know took some like actual Googling. It wasn't just like readily available.
Right.
And it seems like it was a thing that this company released and very quickly discontinued, and it was popular for a second, and so nobody has ever heard of it since.
So Mark is saying, wait, do you mean you have the actual amp or is it a sim of that amp? He has the amp head.
I have the actual amp.
Yeah, he has the actual amp, and he's taking the direct signal from the amp into his computer.
Yeah. Let's see. We get my little...
The stereo chorus effect on that amp head is just like, it's amazing. Incredible. It sounds so good. It's crazy.
Sometimes I pass other instruments through it, just to get that stereo chorus effect. Let's see. it's this. So I've blacked out. There's a Gallien-Kruger logo underneath that piece of tape right there. The 250 RL.
Wow, nice.
It weighs about 3 pounds. It's like it's just board chips in there. There's no tube, no heavy classic equipment inside of it. It's just a little thing in the early solid state age.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're welcome. I highly recommend one. It's very unique.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's not like getting yet another flavor of like warm tube amp type thing to add to your arsenal. It's like if you get one, you now have a completely new sound.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I want to keep looking, man. I'm not totally sold yet on the drum pattern that you have chosen.
Okay.
I'm not totally there yet. Nah. He's doing a cool thing with the kick drum, but that's not.
Yeah.
Swung. This is interesting because this file is labeled straight groove.
Nice.
And it's swung like a MFer. Nope. Too much. Way too much swing, y'all. What's happening? Okay, now it's getting too fast. Even though we can slow down any of these and adjust the tempo.
There's Horseman.
This is kind of nice.
Yeah. This is the Suffragette City.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
from Suffragette City. I kind of like this.
Yeah, no, this one's cool.
Let's see.
I think you already moved
stand
on.
by your choice.
I still like that one drop one. That one was my favorite.
See how the kick locks in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It fits the phrasing of the bass line. This is the bass line right here. You can hear how the kick drum is. I wish I could turn it up louder than that. I will be able to once I bring it into the actual session. We're just listening to all the previews of the various drums right now.
Yeah.
But you can hear how the phrasing that the drummer is using in this fits the phrasing of the piece of music.
Totally.
You know? And it locks in with the bass line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The downbeat is really strong with this one, with this particular bass rhythm.
Exactly. And he puts those accents.
right where they belong.
Right.
With this particular bass line.
Nice.
Executive decision.
Do that one.
Okay, so
yeah, that's a good one.
73, DSNS 73. Okay, so now I go on to our little database O drums. And I download this drum track.
Nice. So yeah, now you get the multi-tracks of the whole drum groove.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, because I mean we have like 100 of these, and of just all the individual tracks. Yeah, it's too much to keep on our computer, so we keep it on the cloud.
Yeah.
We have a nice little Black Market Live drum vault.
Drum vaults, yes, we do. Not all reggae drums either. We're collecting more styles for other purposes, other clients, other things. We've started kind of basically doing, like, taking the black market like techniques, methodology we've developed, like, for building a track, and doing it in other styles for other clients, which has turned out really fucking cool. We did one this week, actually, that I am so stoked on. Turned out so good. That
Sounds
train
really
beat
good.
one that we did with Jerry.
Yeah, so it's like country.
Yeah.
Train beat.
Yeah. Did you get a
Mark
chance
knows all about
to
that.
listen to that, by the way, with my guitar part that I added?
Did you send a mix in there? I didn't see that.
There might not have been a regular mix, but I did just send all the stems. So yeah, you probably would have had to bring it all in. But
for what you sent to Sam. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't open it.
It turned out really good.
Okay, I got to check it out.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I went through basically what I had to do for this song was like double Brandon's bass part on my Telecaster. So I went through and you really make it sound easy. It was not the most straightforward bass line to double. So I went through, like, I would do it in like 4-bar like loops, and I would just learn every 4 bars, and
Right.
it wound up sounding so fucking good. I'm so glad we decided to do that.
Are you able to play a little sample?
I don't think Jerry's not gonna want us to play it. He won't let us.
Yeah, it's a song of awesome artist Jerry Pines.
Yes.
And
Really cool, dude. Here, I'll drop his Bandcamp stuff in the chat because me and Brandon, well, I mix and master it, and Brandon plays all over it. So
if you're a fan of Americana music,
yeah.
it's a fantastic artist,
Yeah,
singer and songwriter.
yeah, he's the shit. So yeah, the only one he has on Bandcamp is Heaven, which is like the first one we did with him, but is really, really cool. I'll send it to everybody to check out. All right. So what's the next step in the? So we've got our drums.
Yeah. So yep, I am expanding the zip file of the drums right now,
nice,
and then
nice.
I'll drop them into my session, and then just sort of massage them out so that. So here's something that I'll need to decide that I haven't decided yet, which is how long do I want to make each one of these backing tracks? Because they're not going to be on a loop that's based on a computer that I can just play
Right.
and just keep the dub going for as long as I feel and go like, okay, time to stop.
Right.
Because I'm planning on doing this in actual cassette tapes,
Right.
I'm only going to have for as long as I print.
Right.
So
I wonder. I mean, like, well, okay. First off, how long are your cassette tapes? How long is your cassette per side?
that's a really good question.
I imagine they're either 30 or 60. I don't know if you'd even want to use 90. 90 would probably be. I've read something. I'm reading a book right now about like consumer audio stuff, and
Yeah.
they mentioned that some cassette manufacturers, even back in the 80s, like phased out 90-minute cassette tapes because they were like the quality was like degraded like so far when you try to cram that much tape into a single cassette. But who knows? I bet you in the 40 years since that book was written, that's probably not the case anymore. But
So it depends on the speed,
yeah,
the playback speed that
that's a whole nother thing.
Print them on.
Yeah,
right. So
that's another
it could be
question
a thing where like there's really only 1 or 2 songs on each tape.
Yeah.
Or I could play them back at a slower speed. So I'm gonna need to experiment with that. So I think the question of how many songs I'm gonna be able to fit, or even how many minutes of music I'm gonna be able to fit on any given tape, is a thing I'm gonna need to address later at a later stage.
Yeah, just make the tracks now, and then,
yeah. But like, so for this song, and there's going to be others that are like this, which is, it's essentially a jam. So it's just an instrumental bed that, I'll be able to play melodies and then, and sing over wherever.
Right.
So I just need to choose how long. I mean, when I play them live in a bar, I mean, each one of these can be like 8, 9, 10 minutes long of just exploring the track and dubbing it and bringing it up and bringing it down and singing another song over it and stuff.
Totally.
So,
well, if that's the case, then maybe only 3 or 4 songs a cassette. I guess depending on the length of the cassette, but
right.
But yeah, you could really do extendo versions.
Yeah.
Or a cool thing, like since you're doing, you're doing a Jackie Me Too rhythm that has probably 1,000 different versions. It'd be cool if you did do a big old extended cut of this. If you learned like several different covers that utilize that same part.
Yes,
and
exactly.
You could do like a little mini set of like 4 songs that all have the same music but are like completely different songs.
So I actually have learned for this song in particular, there's another song that Jackie Me Too used to play over this rhythm himself.
Little Beatles action.
Yeah. So, can do that.
You know what else? There's a Sublime song that like doesn't use the same rhythm, but definitely the same chord pattern. Man, it's off their self-titled. That does that same like 1 to 7, or 1 to flat 7 thing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called, but
okay. So now I have the drums in my session. So let's just build a little drum balance here. Drum balance.
Nice. Kick, snare. Already sounds so much better. It's insane. Those little loops are like, I can't even believe how long we used those for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we used to do all the production of all of our songs using only the preview loops.
Yeah, so many of them we did that way. It's kind of too bad.
So it's just a little just a little headphone mix here.
Nice.
Where does it play? play the timbal. Does he play the timbal? Yep. Let's get a little timbale action happening.
Nice. Also, it would be cool if you had your Wise Owl Sings His Favorites songs.
Yeah. I'm going to include all those too.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that too, because I'm going to be able to go beyond what I can normally do with the looper pedal, which I use live, because I'm limited only to songs that have a maximum of 2 perfectly rectangular chord shapes.
Right.
And so any song that has an arrangement that's and a structure that's more complex than that, I can finally do them by putting them on the tape.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, also, what kind of cassette tape machine are you working with? Is it like a Tascam, like Porta Studio thing?
It's the big mama. It's the big, huge.
Oh, I remember this thing.
Yeah, I wish I could show it on camera right now. It's tucked away in the closet at the moment, but it'll feature.
Wow.
Yeah,
dude,
keep watching the stream. We'll have like a tape recording party where like once I have a lot of music, where we're just like dumping all these things onto the tape, and I'll show you the whole process.
Yeah, we should even have you do like a little mini set. Like even just one song, like debut this this new process you've got.
Stream rehearsal.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So is it like a Tascam 38? Is that what it's called?
I honestly don't know what it's called.
Okay. Because I kind of remember seeing it when we lived together.
Let's see if I can find it on. Find a picture of it on Google, or.
Well, I guess I don't know what it looks like, but you keep doing your thing. I'll look it up I'll see.
It looks like. Okay. Yeah. See if you can find a photo. Just be like, is this it?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Okay, no, the 38 was a reel-to-reel, so it's not that one.
Yeah, it's cassette, but it's essentially the same thing. Or if you look at the mixer, which is a Tascam 106, which is just a mixer.
Yeah.
It looks just like that, except it's the cassette version.
Is it the 244? It looks like the 244 to
that
me.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
But here, show a picture. Let's see if it is. Whoa. This is in there.
Is that a clap?
It's called Electronic Perk.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Cool.
All right, we'll put that in there.
So yeah, for anybody curious what Brandon's working with, looks like it is probably this thing. So this is cool because he's gonna have cassette playback.
Yes.
But he'll also have.
No, it's bigger than that.
Oh, it's bigger than this one.
Wait. No, that black and white one, the one that's in the black and white picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tascam, that one. I think that's it. Tascam 244.
Yeah.
I know it's even bigger than that because it has wood paneling on the sides.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah, it's bigger than this.
Wow. Maybe it's a 344. I don't know their naming conventions. I don't know.
Let's see.
Porta Studio. Yeah, I don't know their naming conventions or what it would be called, but
what if you look up Tascam Porta Studio wood? Careful. It's a risky Google right here.
Is it this one?
This is just various Porta Studios sitting on wood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Help.
No, that M106 up in the top
looks like it.
corner. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks just like that, except
but it has a cassette.
It It has a cassette in it. Yeah.
Seems like you probably have a weird one. I'm really curious to see what you've got now. Because, originally I assumed you had one like this 488. These are really common. You can find them for a couple $100 now. And if I were going to do this, this is the one I would try to find right now. But I'm really curious to see which one exactly you have.
Look at how many channels. Oh, wait. Right down there, Porta Studio 144. That looks similar. The one that's kind of zoomed in. I'm like pointing at it with my mouse on my computer. Like you can see that.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, it reminds me of the time, remember when you were like pointing at the screen?
Yeah.
And you're good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of what the faders look like.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely. Maybe not.
We'll show it on the show once we get it set up. But
yeah, there was kind of a drifter hippie kid who was living on the couch in the apartment that I lived in.
Yeah.
Way back in the day when I lived in Burbank. He was like a friend of my roommate or something like that. And he was like a freegan kind of guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was dumpster diving one day and found this machine and brought it in. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did you find that? He's like, I just found it in the dumpster. Somebody threw it away. Plugged it in. It worked. And I'm like, how much do you want for this? He's like, $50.
Whoa. Steal.
Sold. Give him $50 for it.
Steal. And it works?
Works perfectly.
Wow. Yeah. Major
Never
steal.
going to get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
they're the kind of units that like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, people probably couldn't wait to unload and offload and get rid of. And now it's like they're kind of fucking cool. It's like a total vibe to have one of these kind of things.
total vibe. Straight vibe.
Yep.
What a vibe.
Yep.
So I think this entire thing is 3 minutes 51 seconds.
Yeah, I would start. That's pretty decent
long
length,
enough?
really.
All right. We'll give it a try out. So let me do bass first.
Nice.
Yeah. Do bass first. I'm just gonna burn through these. So this is it's nothing fancy, nothing crazy that we're doing. We're just building rhythm tracks, peoples.
Nice. And for anybody watching who isn't subscribed on Bandcamp or Patreon on Patreon, I just dropped the Patreon link for our show in the chat. Patreon.com/BlackMarketDub. You can subscribe to us over there for as little as $1 a month and help us make this show. Help us make Dub Robot an employee. That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, man.
That should be a tier. Can hire Dub Robot full time at whatever.
Make
price
Dub
tier.
Robot
Make Dub
full
Robot
time part of Black Market.
Yeah, make Dub Robot in the band.
Yes. Okay.
Whoa, Dub Robot's in the chat.
No.
Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Dubrobo.
Dubrobo.
For the audience in France. It's Dubrobo.
Yeah. Wow. Wallace, by the way, checked out the sax stuff for the ear. Mucho bien. Very, very good, my friend.
Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put a stripe of bass down.
Nice.
Hang on. Yeah, so far, so first of all, I need my headphones to be mad hotter.
Yeah.
Is it loud enough on your side?
Oh, yeah.
Or could
I
it be
can hear it.
louder? Yeah? Okay. Let's see. What do I need to do? I need to find this groove a bit.
Also, Wallace, Dub Robot. I heard talk of potentially you feeding us little videos you want us to feature on the channel. Please send us anything, anytime that you want us to post on the channel. I would fucking love that. That would be fucking sweet.
Production
also,
wisdom.
This same dude, I was thinking about this last night. This same Reddit RPan thing that we're doing.
I'm going to record bass, but keep talking, keep going, keep the show going. Okay.
This same Reddit RPan thing that we're doing. So right now, Wallace, we're streaming on like YouTube, but we're also in a separate player or in a separate app, I guess. We're streaming onto Reddit as well. And it's actually kind of better if you use your phone. You could totally, man, I think if you did this, if you streamed to Reddit during your Dope Robot like street shows, like fuck, it would be awesome. But yeah, if you're curious about how to do that, or if you've looked into it, just let me know. I'll send you some links or something. We need to invade Reddit with dub. Wallace, yeah. So Wallace, check out. It's called RPan. I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, so it's called RPan, and it's awesome because you could stream straight to Reddit. If you did it and you streamed to Reddit sets, man, you would go over really well. I know for a fact you would do really well. But yeah, there's got to be a phone application for it, I would have to think, or iPad application. And really all you would need is just feed from your mixer to Thunderbolt or whatever. So probably 1/8 inch out to Thunderbolt, and I think you'd probably be set. That's probably all you would need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, public access. You already need a 20 years running public access channel. More than anybody I know. So yeah. Awesome. And yeah, Wallace, it's like it's not like YouTube where you have to like find subscribers and like it's like a slog to like get people to watch. It's like when you go live, you're in front of like everybody who's on the subreddit at that time. So at any given moment, you could have hundreds, thousands of people watching. Like I've done live dub sets over on Reddit sets, and like even though I've only gotten like 10 upvotes or something, I'll look back and see that I've gotten like 1,000+ plays in like a couple hours, which is like huge compared to like YouTube or any other place we're streaming to. Like there's like no comparison. It's by far the best. Like if you just want massive viewership like right away, it's insane. It's really, really good. It's worth looking into. By the way, Brandon, this rules. Nice.
Was it huge?
It was huge. Okay. So, Dub Robot, I haven't done TikTok because they have such insane like copyright crap. Like, so as soon as I play any music that is even like remotely like anything that I do, TikTok, they cut it off like right away. So like I couldn't even get started on TikTok. But Reddit sets, it's specifically like a DJ set, like subreddit, which you can access through our pan, and you can pretty much play anything, man. So that for me, that would be my advice, would be to check that out. But also, you don't have as much like copyright shit to worry about, so I'm sure you would probably do really well on TikTok as well. But you should do it all, man. Also, Wallace says tight baseline, Brando. Hell yeah. Took me this long into the show to kick on my sub pack, but fuck yes. Sidewalk Andy says, sick, Brandon. This is fucking sick, Brandon. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I've got a sub pack like built into my chair here in my studio, and Dub Robot Wallace, one of the original designers of the sub pack. I still remember the prototype. Checking out the prototype at Rockwell Sounds way back in the day. So yeah, Wallace. Sub pack is still to this day one of the most crucial pieces of gear I have in my studio. And I love it for shit like this. Like normally for the sub pack, you don't want to just crank it because, I don't know, I feel like it kind of defeats the purposes when you're like mixing. But for something like this, I can just turn it up as loud as I want because it's fucking sick. Hell yeah. 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 Yeah, Wallace, when I track bass, it's like it has made my bass playing so much stronger. And I'm not like a great bass player or anything, but like to be able to actually like feel the pulse of a kick drum while you play bass, it's like, man. Yeah, I pretty much anytime I come across bass players or drummers that don't know about it, I'm like, just get the backpack on, get a feed somehow from whatever, and lock in with your bass player, your drummer. It's like fucking insane.
Lock in with your cock in.
Exactly. Thank you, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay, we've got on the Jumbotron, we've got some organ about to happen, it sounds like. Looks like, sounds like, all the above. Yes. Yes. We've got Captain Keys on the Jumbotron. Pull those keys down.
Quiet.
Just pull the keys down just a little bit.
The piano.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yo, we've got Papa Jocko. What's up, man? So, Papa, you're just joining us. Basically, we're doing like rapid fire reggae tracking right now. For Brandon's kind of building some backing tracks so he can start performing live with them. So that's what we're doing right now. Who's not wearing headphones, put them on right now. We've got Brandon's whole mix going through the Mutron. My Mutron. It is wild. That Mutron's probably my second favorite piece of gear in the studio. Nice. Papa's got the headphones on. I recommend everyone follow suit if you're not already on the headphone kick. Yeah, this groove's so hard, by the way. Papa Jocko says the bass is making his teeth rattle. That's good. Good. Hell yeah. Wow. That rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. That came together real quick. That was nice.
Yeah, man. Okay, so let's do a little guitar now.
Nice.
Yeah. Time for guitar.
Nice. Man, how awesome is it to have Dub Robot in the chat? Love it. Gotta love it.
I'm so glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Dub Robo.
Dub Robo says that was Dub best. I agree.
That was Dub best.
And yeah, guys, I cannot wait for you to hear what Dub Robot has done on the Blue Velvet EP. It is absolutely crucial. It's amazing shit.
I want to just do it dry.
Nice. Yeah, that'll give you a little more leeway when you dub it later if you do it without the verb.
Yeah, exactly.
No delay.
I think it'll lock in better with the piano and the organ as well.
By the way, thanks again to everybody over on Reddit for watching the show. We do this show every Thursday at noon Central Time. This is our first time doing it on Reddit, though. So if you dig the show, please give me a follow on Reddit, and that way you can get notified when we do the show every week. And if you're just joining us, usually the first half of the show, we kind of just talk about what we're doing and talk about music, review music, and then second half of the show, we actually work on music together, which is what we're doing now. We're working on some live backing tracks for Brandon to start performing live with from our respective studios in Nashville and Los Angeles. All playing the brand new SG. Brand new to him, but been on this earth for 50 plus years probably. Man, we got people watching on YouTube, Reddit, Bandcamp, Twitch. Someone on Facebook watched the stream. Then we could get like the infinity gauntlet of streaming streaming services going. Ooh, also in classic Black Market Live fashion, we forgot and completely neglected to mention that today's Cinco de Mayo. So for those celebrating, happy Cinco de Mayo. goddamn Bandcamp Friday tomorrow. So, as I have typically done, usually I put something out on Bandcamp Friday, but we're not going to be able to get the Blue Velvet one out in time. But I think what I will do, also little dub clap for Brandon's wonderful performance.
I'm loving the live
the commentary
contributions. The commentary is fantastic. I'm just enjoying listening to you talk while I'm playing, and also just the live dubs that Nate is throwing in with his percussion synth and just tweaking out the delay.
Okay, wait.
Awesome.
I'm curious. Could you hear when I sent you through the Mutron? I don't think you would have been able to, or could you?
Yes,
you could.
I could. It was a dub adventure. Yes.
Awesome. So, in lieu of actually releasing something on Bandcamp Friday myself, what I think I will do, and keep doing your thing, Brandon. What I will do instead is I will probably compile a list of artists that and releases that I really dig that you guys should check out for Bandcamp Friday. So I'll put out a post over on the Bandcamp side and on Patreon for everybody who's interested, and then hopefully very soon we'll be able to have our Blue Velvet thing out. Probably this month, I would think we'll be able to put that out. Also, holy crap, we've got a real late in the game mailbag, which I'm going to read while Brandon records.
Mailbag.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, Andy says, did we pull an Eno card today? We probably should. Maybe the Eno card could help us choose which song we do next once we get there. Maybe.
Should I read the Eno card now, or should I wait?
Oh, no, let's do it when it's time to choose what song we do next after this.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe we can let the card guide, or let
Yes.
the card weigh in on that decision.
Yeah. We had, by the way, for anyone who doubts the magic of Eno cards, me and Brandon were doing a session the other day with a client, and we literally, just like as the carbs prescribe, we came to an impasse, on what direction to go in, creatively. And literally, just unprompted, I pulled an Eno card, and it was what we were doing. We were trying to decide if we wanted to do something that sounded really good, but was a little obvious, maybe. And the Eno card just said, "Would anybody like it?" And it was well, yeah, everyone likes that. That's what you do right there. So it was awesome. So
it was
exactly what we.
The cards were speaking to us.
Yeah, they were.
It was Andy would have loved it.
Yeah, he would have. I got a sneak peek at this Eno card, and it's a good one for what we're doing right now. It blows my mind when they actually work out as well as they do.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm trying to get this filled.
By the way, Andy, thank you for just keeping us on track. Andy basically serves as the producer in some respects of the show.
Yeah,
he
that's true.
reminds us to tell everyone to smash the like button and to subscribe to us on Patreon. He's the one that helps us remember to do that stuff. And he reminded us to pull an Eno card. So, Andy for MVP.
Yeah, we should get another Patreon project going to hire Andy to be our show producer. And Groove Stranger.
Yeah.
Both. Okay, so I'm gonna do. This is the coolest part of this whole song.
Yeah.
Or at least the part that I really love about it. But I need a count off into this. It needs to be a bump. So I'm gonna put together a little count off, And did you say we have a mailbag as well?
I do. Should I get into that?
Sure.
Okay. So, mailbag from another regular, Matt S, aka Groove Stranger, aka glass engraver extraordinaire, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that reminded me that it's fucking Cinco de Mayo. He says, I'm watching the Cinco de Mayo stream, and you guys just talked about Brandon's GK amp, and now he's doing a skank part. I was hoping you guys could talk a little about the technique and pickup / amp settings needed to get that classic skank sound. If I understand things, and I may not, I think that you're supposed to use exclusively bar chords and lift your fingers a bit after strumming to mute all the strings. That technique seems to get me close to the choppy reggae sound, but I'm sure there's more to it. My tone isn't quite right either. I have a Telecaster with bridge and neck humbuckers, but even on the neck, I think it sounds too twangy. Even on a clean amp model, I can't get it to sound like Brandon's guitar. Well, who amongst us can get it to sound like Brandon's guitar? Don't let that get you down, Matt. By the time you read this, I should have a Strat-style guitar too with a single coil sound. Maybe that's the missing piece. For bonus points,
But while you read and while you discuss and give your response,
yes.
I'm going to track this.
Okay, go ahead. And then the last bit here, he says, for bonus points, could you go over a couple classic reggae chord progressions too? Remember your Eno card. Don't be afraid of cliches. Well, Matt, as it happens, to answer that last bit of your question you just asked, this groove that Brandon is playing, this is a classic reggae chord structure. So if you're in the, I'm not positive what key this is in exactly, but let's say it's A major. So if you were to play an A major bar chord and then go down 2 frets with that same bar chord shape, you'd basically be playing the flat major, well, it's not a major 7th chord, but it's just the flat 7 of the key. So you'd be playing A major to G major, which is basically what Brandon's doing right now. This is like super classic reggae groove, reggae chord progression. So this is a great place to start. It's only 2 chords, but it kind of works out the same for anything. Just like how like a 1-4-5 chord pattern would work for any style of music, really, blues, rock, whatever. Same with reggae. You can totally play like A, D, E would work in that same key as well. So as far as your other questions in here, your technique on how to play reggae bar chords is pretty spot on, but there's a lot of slight variations to the technique that you could employ depending on the kind of sound that you're looking for. So basically what you don't ever want to do though, if you're trying to play kind of the thing that we're listening to right now, is like press all the way down on the strings at any point, really. There's a technique of doing it where you, right when you hit the strings, you press down and then lift off like in like a split second, and that's kind of a cool way to do it, and that's kind of what Brandon's doing here. Another way to do it would be to don't press down at all. Just keep the chord shape and just let your strings be like 100% percussive the whole time while you play. And so they don't even like make contact with the neck. You're just kind of muting the strings in the shape of whatever chord you're trying to play. It really, but the one you're describing is spot on. That's you're doing it exactly right. So it really is kind of more of a guitar tone thing that's probably the reason why you're not like satisfied with that sound. So humbuckers are an awesome option. I use humbuckers all the time when I play reggae. It kind of just depends on what suits the song better, a single coil or a humbucker. Like Marley used a Les Paul all the time. So humbuckers, it's definitely a thing you can do. Play a humbucker guitar with reggae. I think if you got a Strat, that would probably be a really quick way to get directly the sound you're looking for. That would probably be like an easy cheat. But you can kind of get it with any guitar amp combo, I would think. The tone destination you're looking for is right in front of you. You just have to keep tweaking your amp until you arrive at a place you're more happy with. Let's pull our Eno card.
Eno card.
So this is awesome, by the way. This Eno card, especially pertaining to what you're doing right now. So Brandon's basically trying to build backing tracks for live performance stuff, and since he's going to be limited on his cassette player, how many tracks do you have on your cassette player? Four. Okay, so this is
tracks.
This Eno card is you're really going to need to take this to heart and into consideration.
Okay. All right.
So it says, take away the elements in order of apparent non-importance. In order of apparent non-importance. So, for instance,
gotcha.
If you're about to record a new backing track and you're like, oh, but this song does have a tambourine in it. Well, who cares? Don't put the tambourine in. Or, it would kind of... Oh, Wallace says, Tim from Catbite plays a telly. I play a telly. On pretty much all the reggae stuff that I do.
I was chomping at the bit, loving the discussion and the answers to
if you have any two cents
to the guitar questions. These are really, really, really good questions, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's several of them. Let's see. Which questions did he ask?
Okay, so I'll reiterate his question quickly. Okay. Says, I was hoping you could talk a little about the technique and pickup/amp settings needed to get the classic skank sound. So maybe just elaborate on that. What would you do if you're starting at 0? You have a stock, you got a stock SG there. That's not a very standard or prototypical reggae guitar, I wouldn't think, but
there are those who do.
Yeah, I don't think it's the first guitar people would think of when they think of reggae. They wouldn't think of an SG.
Yeah, so I know what's his name, the guy whose reggae guitar class we took, Mr. Golding. I can't remember his first name. He played an SG. It surprised me. And then Tony Chin plays an SG as well.
Nice.
So that's two,
huge monster players.
Yeah, and they both play an SG. But so you basically, in terms of the amp, you want it to be completely clean. Entirely, fully, totally, completely clean. No overdrive, no distortion whatsoever happening on the amp. Then you generally, in terms of treble, mid, bass, you want it to be sort of balanced. Each of those elements on those knobs should be in there. You don't want to make it all treble and turn the bass down all the way, or vice versa, or take away the mids or fully mids or whatever. Like a real nice balance. So dial it in so that all three aspects of the tone are in there. Then when it comes to the skanking part, so this song that we're playing right now is in the key of G.
Nice.
So like what Nate was telling you earlier is absolutely correct. He was saying if we're in A, then this is a super common reggae chord shape, especially amongst things that Jackie Me Too wrote that we were talking before. He's a big fan of this chord shape, just 1 to 7.
Yep.
So if you're in A, it's A to G. Sorry, that's probably really loud.
No, you're good. Sounds fine.
And then
That's
good to put a little touch of
spring
reverb on there.
That's the X factor that will probably immediately marry your tone, whatever you have, to, oh my God, that sounds like reggae.
Yeah. So if you have an amp that has reverb on it, a little touch of it, or a medium amount or healthy amount, depending on how you like it, how you want it to sound. In general, that like super, super dubby sound is added after the fact in the mixing dubbing stage. So if you're tracking something that you're planning on dubbing later, like this is, I recorded the guitar skank completely dry.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to be doing that later. And the more authentic sound is when the reverb and the delay is applied to the whole skank section as a whole. So those effects are put on the guitar and the piano and the organ and all the other instruments that are playing that pattern together. That's a more authentic sound rather than that spring reverb sound is on each individual thing.
Right.
But so when doing the skank thing, typically neck pickup or whichever is the most round-bodied sounding one. But a lot of times I'll do it on the both pickups. Doesn't sound bad. Very rarely will I use the most trebly sounding pickup.
Which I think to someone who doesn't know like reggae guitar techniques, they'd probably think that's probably the first place they would go.
The most trebly.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually not what you want to do.
Yeah, it's actually kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
Because you're going to play it in a very snappy, trebly way.
Right.
And there's a nice little blend that happens when you're playing a really bright, stark, twangy technique through a very round toned instrument. It's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
But more than anything, I would make that decision of which pickup you should use playing along with the band or playing along with the recording that you're playing with, and make the decision in context. So choose which pickup sounds the best in the midst of the rest of this music rather than which one sounds the best in isolation. Then as far as the technique goes, didn't he say in the mailbag question that like kind of finding that it sounds too twangy no matter what I do, something like that?
Let me go back to what he wrote, but yeah, I think it was something like that. He says, my tone isn't quite right either. I have a Telecaster with bridge and neck humbuckers, but even on the neck, I think it sounds too twangy. Even on a clean amp model, I can't get it to sound like Brandon's guitar.
Okay. Then I would say a way to alleviate the twanginess is probably the place where you should be striking the strings with the pick is probably pretty close up to the neck, maybe a little bit more full-bodied place than you would expect.
Yeah.
So rather than striking near the bridge to try to, I mean, that's a thing that you may sort of associate with reggae, kind of it makes it very percussive, it makes it real trebly. But if you actually pick closer to the middle I think that sounds a bit more authentic.
Yeah.
And then, so hopefully that'll take away some of the twanginess that you don't like. Then beyond that, it's all in the left hand.
Yeah.
It's the way that you grab it. So it's da-da, da-da,
Yep.
da-da. So your hand is in a resting position of fully muting.
Yep.
Always the resting position of your hand sounds like this.
Oh, we've got
fully
we've
muting
got
all these things.
Tommy Boy in the chat.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy.
What up, T?
Thanks for watching, Tommy. He says, perfect timing. I'm about to hear some shreddage.
Mm-hmm. Capitol Studios legend, Tommy in the house.
I'm honestly, yes, he is Capitol Studios legend, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tommy, I saw you posted some pics of you tracking some more stuff for your next EP in Studio B, which is the most baller thing
dude,
ever.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more of Tommy's music.
Yeah.
Tommy, I think, was the first. Yeah.
Tommy.
Dobro, but that's Brian Wallace in the chat right there.
Yeah.
You guys know each other. Tommy was the very first artist that we featured in our listener music.
That's true.
Ever.
And still one of the coolest ones we've done.
Still one of the best ones.
Yeah, still one of the best ones.
Yeah. No, I use the same chamber as Brandon. This
Hell
Capitol Studios chambers, y'all.
Well, it's called the Brandon Chamber now.
Yeah. Chamber Brandon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these your hand is always in this position of fully muting the strings, and then all the articulation and all the reggae-ness comes from how you grab them, like snatch and grab the little moments of. See if you can see the left hand. So it's grab.
Yeah.
And
that's probably the most like authentic way to do it, I would think. And
yeah.
like, most traditional way. I was saying too, you could just go fully muted the whole time, which is another way to do it. But I think for that one to sound really good, like pairing that with like a wah, if you're like rocking a wah back and forth while you're just fully muted, I think is a good way to do that one. That one's like so that way is kind of like the Tosh way. Like Peter Tosh, I feel like kind of played it that way.
Super, and that's how you get it to be super staccato.
Yeah.
Like get your notes really short. So how much of the note comes through is controlled in that way, in how the extent to which you're grabbing it with the left hand. It's not in the right hand. It's all here, and depending on the song, you want to change it. You know, sometimes you really let them shine through, and sometimes it's you barely choke it.
Yep.
But that's 100% determined by the left hand. So and it's not the same for every song. So you just play around with it and do it in context, make it fit the piano, make it fit the drums, fit the groove, fit the vocal, whatever. Yeah, and that's how you do that. There's another guitar question that he asked. I can't remember what it was. Oh, what are some of the common reggae chord shapes? So yeah, so like Nate pointed out, we're doing one right now, 1 to 7. Like, that's what the real rock rhythm is, you know. It's in B flat.
Yeah. and like I was saying, any kind of cliche chord progression will probably work in reggae as well as it does anywhere else. Maybe some like jazz stuff, not so much, but
the other most common ones are 1 to 4. But my favorite of all of the standard, most common reggae chord shapes is 1 to 2. So 1, and then a minor chord at 2. So if you're in G, for example, it's just G to A minor.
Wallace points out something huge. He says, also playing the right inversions, not just playing bar chords all day long.
Right.
Yeah,
So
couldn't
yes,
agree more.
exactly.
So I'm doing G to F in this song, and I was doing it here because I do like that. But you can play them up here. You can do two different inversions. You can do it so that the G is actually voiced higher than the F is, which is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because the reverse. The F is voiced higher than the G is. So you're playing like Dub Robot says, play around with the inversions, like that. The chord is descending, but because of the way of the inversion that you're using, it's ascending.
Right.
But in terms of choosing which inversion of the chord you're going to use, again, I'd say every time do it in context.
Yeah.
Make that decision as you're playing along with the music. See, like, honestly, just playing with the guitar alone, I think that these two bar chords down here, I don't think that sounds the best. I think that this one with the guitar alone sounds the best, but here, let me play the song again. When it's in context with the rest of the music, I think that sounds best.
Yeah.
So yeah, make all those decisions in contexto.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to play around with a new classic reggae chord shape, definitely check out 1 to 2.
Check out 1 to 2.
And all
Check out 145.
dude, and just like if you listen to like the Mighty Diamonds and
Yeah.
Gladiators and stuff, and just listen to how much you can find that. Gregory Isaacs, like how many great songs you can find that have great bass lines that are using just that chord shape and just that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm done with this one. This is all the backing tracks that I need.
Nice.
And it's drums, bass, and skank. I'm going to do the rest after the fact. But just so you can hear it, this is that melody.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
good bread and
Okay,
butter
next
reggae
song.
guitar techniques from the OG. Oh yeah, he's saying watch Clinton Fearon videos. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Clinton Fearon is like possibly my favorite Jamaican songwriter. Dude is a genius. He's kind of the, well, it's so like Albert Griffiths and Clinton Fearon are like the Paul McCartney and John Lennon of the Gladiators.
Nice.
But Albert Griffiths is kind of like the McCartney and Lennon, and Clinton Fearon is like the George Harrison of the Gladiators. So like he He only got like a few songs on each record, but dude, genius. Like low key, the best songwriter on the island for a good while there.
Nice.
In my opinion. Okay, so. Oh, and he lives in Seattle. No kidding.
Nice.
Which song should we do next?
It's a good question.
By
the way, just excellent work on what you just did there. That sounded fucking amazing.
Thanks, buddy, man.
Also, Groove Stranger over on Bandcamp says, he says he can see the techniques you're doing, how you're squeezing and releasing the strings. He said, "This is so good. Thanks for doing this, and I don't even have to wait for next week." I think he thought this mailbag was going to be for next week.
Oh, yeah. No,
he says, and I remember Nate mentioning the magic of inversions a long time ago. And he says he thinks it's funny that we were talking shit about 145 last week.
Were we?
Well, I think remember it was like we were.
Oh right, yeah.
Don't be afraid of cliches.
Don't be afraid of cliches.
So we're like, fuck it, do 145, whatever.
Yeah, that's the ultimate cliche, especially since because it has its roots in ska.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the first of the cliches in Jamaican music, I guess.
Also, okay, so this is wild to me.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who saw the title of the stream today was Adventures in Redditing, which today definitely was. Learned a lot. Definitely going to be back to Reddit. They have like a hard 3-hour cap on their streams, so I made sure to say bye to everybody in the chat while we were talking earlier. But the Reddit stream is now over. But we had 1,100 views on that stream that we just did on Reddit. So,
all right, I think that might be a stream record.
I would say it's a safe bet we'll be back on Reddit.
We did it, everybody.
We did it. Somebody watched our show.
Yeah, good job. Good job, stream fam. This is a victory for the whole family.
Yeah, for
not
real.
just for us.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone. We did it.
Yeah, so I'll drop the Reddit I'll drop my Reddit username in the chat. It's in the description of the video too, but if you guys want to catch if you guys ever want to watch this on Reddit instead of wherever you're watching it now, or if you just want to see my live dub sets that I do on Reddit every week or so, this is where you can find that. So
okay,
drop that in the chat.
I'm gonna start searching for drums for the next one. I think the next backing track I want to make is for I Shall Be Released.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. I do a I Shall Be Released live in the style of the Heptones. Obviously it's the band song, or no, it's a Bob Dylan song. Right?
Yeah, it's a Bob Dylan
the band
song.
recorded on their album. But the Heptones and Lee Perry did my favorite version of it.
Nice.
And so it's the closer. I close every show with it.
Yeah. Also, whether we've been in reggae bands or country folk rock bands, it's the closing song that you do.
Right. You're right, yeah, or country.
So many jams at Berkeley, and anytime I'd get together and play just kind of alt country stuff or folk rock or whatever, it always ends up with everybody wanting to play and trade verses on I Shall Be Released. Always. It's
ultimate verse trading song. Well, I mean, the band is big on that because the other big one is what's the other one that we used to do? The Weight.
Oh God, yeah.
It's great verse trading song. Up on Cripple Creek is a great verse trading song.
You're starting to convince me we need to do the band and dub.
All right, well, let this be the beginning of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need to find a nice steppers feel.
I could kind of hear this. I think you should find something that's a little more straightforward. This has got kind of like a stilted rhythm to it.
Yeah,
it's not one of my favorite groups in the pack.
Oh, this is promising.
This is much
I love how you can identify all these just by hearing them for a couple seconds. Okay. This is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Long, I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he's been framed.
Yeah, exactly. See, we can't help ourselves.
I see my light come shine. I think this might have to be it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so this is Saturday Night Style 124. 08. Okay, so now I go back to our database where we will download these drums. Just make sure this is the right one.
Heck yeah. Man, we're gonna get some momentum on this show. I can feel it. It's coming.
Oops.
More than any song, I Shall Be Released makes me like nostalgic more than like any song, because I have so many good memories that have to do good musical memories, like performing on stage with like people. Like I have so many great memories like that tied up in this fucking song. Like, not to mention I just am a Bob Dylan freak and love Bob Dylan anyway. Right. Like at this point, it's one of those Dylan songs that like the band, Dylan wrote it, but the band owned it. And now, even though the band kind of owned it for a while, now it's more like a Jacob Miller thing, I kind of think of, or fucking Heptones, like you were saying. Like it's as classic in the reggae world as it is in the folk rock world, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
For a song to kind of have like two independent individual lives like that kind of maybe don't interact with each other all that often. I feel like the fan bases like aren't aware. Like a lot of my buddies who like I played like, you know, folk rock stuff with, like they didn't know like that's like such a classic like reggae song to play live, like. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's on Party Time, one of the Black Ark Holy Trinity albums.
And I gotta say, I feel like Jacob Miller did a version too. I feel like that's the first reggae version I heard of it. I want to say was a version that Jacob Miller did. That was
Man, I want to hear that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look it up.
I think I have heard that. And didn't he do like the Jacob Miller thing that he does, which is like I see, I light, come shy, I-ning.
It's been so long since I've heard it. I honestly don't remember, but yeah, it very well could be.
From I west to I east.
We're not gonna play it on the stream, but here I'm gonna drop it. If anybody wants to go check this out, here's the Jacob Miller version of I Shall Be Released. So this is the one. This is the song Brandon's trying to track right now. Is
trying to. Expanding the zip file.
Nice.
So this melody, as far as I know, first shows up on the Heptones version, right? This is not a Bob Dylan or the band melody, right?
I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think
The horns play it.
Yeah, because the band version, it's all about like the harmonies. That's the whole thing. There's not musically in the band version. It's a lot of just kind of pads and like keys and stuff like that. Dub Robot says, "Adios, scamigos. Happy 5th de Mayo." Dude,
all right.
Wallace, I seriously can't tell you how much of a joy it was to have you hang out in the chat a little bit today. Thank you so much for popping by and saying what's up, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Goodbye, Dub Robot.
Goodbye,
Come
Dub
back
Robot.
next time.
Yeah, come back again next time soon.
It's Jjxnn's here. And it is Jjxxnn.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Dub Robot. Jjxxnn. Hey, guys. Jjxxnn here. I had to work earlier, but went back and saw you played Splash Zone. Thanks so much for the love. Jjxxnn.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, man.
Thank you.
Loved your submission, dude.
So good.
Really, really loved it.
Mega good.
Super fun. Are you familiar with Windows 96? Because that's who I would compare you to favorably. He's probably one of my favorite lo-fi, synthwave, vaporwave artists. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Windows 96, check them out.
Be
familiar.
Sorry. Okay, so I am gonna do the same thing that I did last time. I'm gonna set up a little.
This might be the busiest
drum mix here.
This might be the busiest kind of town square environment we've had on this show in a long, long time. Like we've got just tons of regular viewers and like we've had so many different people pop in.
People passing through
saying what's up today. Oh, he says, Jjxxnn says, yeah, he's one of my favorites for sure. Also a big fan of home and hotel pools. Okay, I have to check that out because if you like it and they're one of your favorites in addition to Windows 96, then I feel like I'm going to really like that. I'm going to literally look that up right now so I don't forget.
He's literally looking it up.
I'm literally looking it up. Funny thing though, when you just Google home and hotel pools, not a lot of music shows up. So I'm gonna try a different search. Sweet. Okay, hotel pools is popping up. Sweet. I will definitely check them out.
Hotel pools.
Bandcamp.
He's like, well, I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah, I feel like a fucking idiot. It's like Nashville pools? Okay. Here's how to get a fucking pool in your backyard. Oh, man. 2 separate artists. Okay. All right. Great. I found hotel pools on Bandcamp. I'm going to look up home as well.
This is going to sound so good, man.
Yeah, dude. Man, Jjxxnn, thank you for the recommendations on music, man. I'm always looking for more vaporwave stuff, but there's so much of it now. There's so much out there. So anytime I get like an actual recommendation, I get really excited because sometimes I can't sift through all of it on Bandcamp. There's so much of it. Matt over on Bandcamp, Groove Stranger says, the legendary Wallace. It was awesome.
That's right. Oh yeah, I know. With how much we've talked about that guy on this show.
Yeah, what we're gonna do at some point, we're gonna do some kind of just like we should just have him as a guest on the show, just sit in on an episode, like just hang out for as long as he feels like. Doesn't even have to be like an interview. Like the chat's gonna do the interviewing anyway. But yeah, it would be really cool to have kind of we got to do that eventually. We got to start having guests on the show. I feel like that would be really cool.
I agree with.
Yeah. Okay, Brandon is doing a million things, so let's.
Oh, I lost you.
Oh, you're back. I heard
for a second.
that.
I'm back. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna start putting some tracks down. Bruh.
Nice.
Sorry, it's like mad out of time on my end.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It starts going. I'm like, where's the? Sorry, bro.
That's okay.
Okay. Let's see. Here, if I just turn up my headphones louder, just so that I can hear the original drums louder, then you can.
It's not essential. I just do your thing. It's cool.
But I like how you're just.
I'll add other effects that are less.
Dubbing out what's going on. Yeah, this is good.
They're less. Dubbing someone over the internet, dude. I don't care what anyone says, this is a first. Us dubbing each other through the internet, that is a reggae first. We are trailblazers. Trail blazing. We've got texts from Jerry. I just want to send him a link to this right now. Yeah, one of our clients, me and Brandon's clients, is like, "Hey guys, got stuff ready for you." Oh yeah, well we're really busy. We're doing really important stuff. like a half dub. Since I can't mute you or change your levels, I'm like half dubbing you. It's like a co-dub, a tandem dub or something. At best. I shall be released. Motherfucker. This is how I help Brandon record. I hope you all are paying attention.
I'm helping.
This is how I help the recording process.
No, you're doing great. Doing great, bruh. Okay, I'm gonna do bass next.
How's everybody doing in the chat? Let's have a roll call.
Yeah.
I want to start doing a roll call. If you're in the chat, comment something. Say, "Yep, I'm here. I'm still watching."
Hi-yo.
Wow. Do something like that. Anything, all the above. Wow. Tommy says Space Echo for days. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Papa Jocko says need bass. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call on that.
Yeah.
Bass next.
Bass absolutely next.
That one seemed definitely longer than the last track. Let's see how
I bet you they're about the same. That one's just slower tempo. Is it? It seems like a slower tempo.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Most deef. That was 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, it's another minute 15 longer than the last song that we did.
Nice.
But it's okay. I can always like edit these and at later stage make them longer.
Right.
Or shorter.
Sidewalk Andy chimes in. Guess what Andy's saying?
Release Alicia Keys.
Yep.
Are you serious?
He just said Alicia Keys.
Are you kidding me? God damn it. Okay. God damn it.
Bravo, Andy.
God damn it, Andy.
Here's the thing, Andy. It is gonna come out. And see, why the fuck do I defend him at this point? I still am. I still charge forward and defend Brandon and say it's coming out any day. I have no idea when it's gonna come out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that it will though. And when it does, then what are you gonna use to nag Brandon with? You gotta like start planning ahead. I just wanna forewarn you. Pretty soon you're not gonna be able to fuck with him with Alicia Keys. I don't know when that'll be. It might be several more episodes. I don't know. But eventually we're gonna need a new thing to razz Brandon with. Oh man, this sounds so good. Anybody out there has anyone in the chat, have you guys ever used a sub pack before? Because if not, you should rectify that and check them out. You know, Tommy says, immediate perfect bass tone. Yes, sir. Agreed. Sidewalk Andy says, I've got a good year or so to work out what to razz Brandon with. Oh, man. But yes, immediate, crucial bass tone. I'm very pleased with how good the Reddit thing went today. aside from I had someone in the Reddit chat who's being very fucking distracting, but I think well-intentioned. He genuinely wanted me to guess what country he was from based on essentially nothing. And we played this game back and forth for like probably 45 minutes. And I finally was just like, you got me, dude. I fucking don't know where you're from. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to figure this out. And he kept being like, no, guess. Come on, you're close. Come on, I'll give you the continent. Come on, now you gotta guess the country. And I'm just like, dog, what? And then am I gonna have to guess your fucking city, your GPS coordinates, your fucking... Come on, stop. Turns out he was from India. How I was supposed to arrive at that, I don't fucking know. But interesting. That's the thing, too. With Reddit, we're opening ourselves up to this Pandora's box of weird that we may or may not be ready to accept. I don't know. But for 1,000 streams, 1,000 views on the stream, and all I have to do is play some weird game with some guy in India the whole time. Not a bad trade-off. Nice.
Okay.
Piano. Andy says, I'm throwing in all my chips so I could claim the Waldorf and Statler Award at the Black Market Christmas Party and Award Show.
Oh, my God.
Andy, I will bestow that honor on you now. If
I know. I think you've already earned that. Well, who would be your partner? Is I would say, Jocko's kind of the natural partner to Andy, but Jocko's way too positive to be.
Yeah, I was going to say Groove Stranger too, but Groove Stranger is also very supportive and positive.
Yes.
Which, okay, to be fair,
of a son of a bee.
So is Andy. So is Andy.
No, I know. Andy is my dear baby boy. I'm just lovingly acknowledging what a rascal he can be at times.
We have to come up with a better idea for the next Christmas party show. Since last year's was such a disaster where we just turned on Netflix and started broadcasting on YouTube, and we're like, wait, what? We can't do that?
I swear I've seen other people do similar things, man. Like, I swear I've seen it, but don't ask me where.
Yeah.
All right. Keep the party going.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do organ first, I think.
Nice.
That's what I believe. Let's see. What does it sound like?
Okay. Chat, entertain yourselves. Don't break anything. I'm going to go get some water.
Nate, get me a snack while you're up. this, people. Let's try this other organ. What does this sound like? Yeah, it's much better. Did you get me a snack?
No.
Oh.
All right. Who broke something?
I'm going back to the original Wise Owl organ.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, excellent tone. It's pretty loud though. Wise Owl tones going on this track. If you're just joining us and you're not aware, we have a Patreon page. That's where you can give us money in return for essentially everything you already get for free. So if that sounds enticing and appealing to you, go ahead and click this link I'm about to drop in the chat. Someday it will be better. Someday we'll have more exclusive stuff, I promise. Nice. Papa Jocko says, I'm back in the studio on the 22nd. Looks like my 2 cuts have morphed into a full album. That is rad, Papa Jocko. I think I can speak for Brandon when I say if you felt at all inclined on submitting your stuff to the show for us to check out, we would love to check out your stuff, man. I'm sure it's a ways away from being finished, but if that was something you were open to, we would love to check it out and review it on the show. That'd be fun. Definitely. All right, man. Oh, yeah. Atta babe. Atta babe. Very well done.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I realized also, too, since we're hawking things, I should have mentioned this back when we kind of had a little peak and critical mass of
your
folks
show?
on the stream.
Your store.
Yeah, YSL
Yeah.
shirts and various merch available.
Yeah, man.
But this is the thing I'm most excited about. Check this out. You can buy on the YSL store a Black Market Live mug.
Yep.
Oh shit! This is
That's
one of my
so
favorite
good.
moments. I think I can't remember if this was the moment when we were talking about like how if you shoot an arrow at a tree, it never hits the tree, or this might have been when I was telling you the story about when me and Tommy were in the studio with Santa Davis, and
Yep.
I was telling Santa what to do with his drums, something like that. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
for all of us Black Market Live people to have our coffee together.
You know, for real though, we brought this up earlier, but seriously, to all the regulars in the chat, I think we all we got to do like a year celebration that we've done.
Yeah, we do.
We've been doing this show for almost a fucking year. It's crazy.
Hey, can you put the link to the YSL store in the
Yes.
chat real quick, by the way?
Yes.
Thanks. But yeah, no, we need a special occasion, and like we should, have everybody be there. The whole fam is there. The whole community is there. Maybe we can like even look out ahead and make sure that we're doing it like on a day that everybody could actually be there. Maybe we should get everybody on camera and like on microphone and everything, and we get to like actually see what everybody looks like.
Oh, we could do like a big Zoom like party or something. That'd be kind of fun.
That could be cool. Okay. Let's do some pianification.
So yeah, I just dropped the link to the brand new Wise Owl store where you could get exclusive Wise Owl merch. I got the tank top, the black tank top, which is essential for me as a Tennessean walking around in this hot ass fucking sticky bullshit weather. So I needed a tank top real bad, and it's not even just saying I don't get any of the money. It's real nice. It's very comfortable. The lettering, the logo is like very detailed. It's really nice. I kind of want to switch over to Brandon's store. I'm not gonna lie, or to the same service that Brandon uses, I should say. But yeah. say this is one of the better. Well, okay. I'm not going to say this is one of the best streams we've ever done because it's not. But I will say it's one of the best attended streams we've ever done, which is pretty awesome. Even honestly, you guys, even without all the Reddit shit, which was crazy. I can't believe how many views that video has already from this stream. Man, everybody showed up today. Literally, like, all the homies are in the chat today. It's fucking awesome. And I feel like either Andy or Groove Strangers brought it up a couple times, but we definitely are going to do some kind of giveaway for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know exactly what we're going to give away yet, but yeah, we'll do like a random drawing, and there'll be one of those things you have to like drop a line in the chat to like be eligible, and then we will do like a random drawing of everybody that's eligible, and you'll get either one or both of these things. You're either gonna get you could wind up getting the Groove Stranger glassware, although those are for us, so maybe not. Or you will probably wind up getting something from my studio or Brandon's studio, or some piece of gear maybe. Something like that we're going to do. It's going to be cool. It's going to be something really nice and really special, whatever we do, whatever we give away. But at the rate we're getting subscribers on YouTube, we're about 125 subscribers away on YouTube from doing something like that. So at the rate we're going, we're probably another month or two out from that happening. Maybe 3 months tops. But be released. That's
I'm gonna be released.
That's what the Alicia Keys track shouts out from the depths of Brandon's computer every night when he goes to bed without releasing it. I shall be released, damn it! You fuck!
I'm gonna kill you guys.
Oh man.
All y'all.
Well, Brandon.
Yes.
I think you killed it today.
Thanks, man, guy.
That was just a little snippet of probably what Brandon.
A whole bunch of that.
Yeah, a whole bunch of that Brandon's gonna have to do. I would say, man, if you could get an hour set together, you should do. You should just do an RPAN set on Reddit sets. I think you would do really well. So I think we should probably call it.
Yep.
We're at that time of the show. Man, what a great stream. This has been such a fun stream. Seriously, seeing all the people.
So many memories. Built so many memories. What a journey we've been on together.
No, just seeing everybody in the chat today was really, really fun, honestly, you guys. So thank you guys all for stopping in and saying hi and saying what's up.
Andy, Tommy, Jocko, Wallace was here, Groove Stranger,
Kyle B,
Kyle,
Jjxxnn
is here.
Who else did we have here? That might have been like everybody.
Dude, you know who's been missing for so long is Not Lady Echo.
Not Lady Echo, you are sorely missed if you're watching this after the fact. Oh, Mark Grundhofer stopped in.
Mark was here.
That was dope.
I think for Not Lady Echo, maybe back when we used to stream these in the evening in the USA, that was a better time.
That was around that time. That's when.
When we switched time zones, she was a casualty, unfortunately. Well, if you're watching the recording still, Not Lady Echo, drop us a comment, let us know. We love you. We ain't forgot about you.
All right, guys. Well, next week, tentatively, may be the Blue Velvet release party. So, tentative release date will be next Thursday for Blue Velvet. Can't confirm that quite yet. I got 2 more tracks I need to get from Wallace, and then I have like a shitload of work to do to get all the dubs and the videos and everything ready before I put it out. But hopefully next Thursday we will be having just a pure fun hangout stream, watching a couple Blue Velvet dub videos, and chatting about our thoughts of that album. We'll just have a full-on like listening party. That could be really fun. By Monday, I think we'll know for sure. We'll see. But in lieu of that, we'll do more of what we always do, which is record and have fun and shoot the shit. All right. Well, Brandon, I love you, my man. Great work today.
You too, Nady-Po.
I will see you guys next week. Brandon, great job again.
Thank you.
Papa Jocko, Groove Stranger, Andy, Kyle B, Jjxxnn, Dub Robot, Mark Grundhofer, all you guys watching. Cheers. Love you guys. Tommy. Fucking Tommy Hosseini is the legend.
Effin'
Tommy, dude. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Peace, y'all.
They'll attack. Be very careful.